And we
We're
are
back.
live. Welcome to episode 42 of that's 42 episodes. 4 times 7. Crazy. No, it's not. It's not. It's
No, it's
8.
not.
I'm just gonna say that was an idiotic moment.
8. It's not 8 times anything either.
Leave me alone. I was having a moment.
It's 21.
It's 6 times 7. I fucked up. I got excited. Anyways, I can do math. I'm a PhD student. I promise.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
I agree. But anyways, welcome back. Today we have 3 people with us. We're still looking for a new cast member, so if you're interested, please message me on YouTube or Twitch, wherever you'd be interested. But today we have 3 cast members, and then Guy will be back. Damp Moss will be back. Eventually. We know that, but we don't know when eventually is. Hopefully soon. Yeah, let's get started with introductions, going from left to right. Chris.
Well, I'm Chris. I've been playing in this fucking game for over a year by now. I'm playing the not so mute anymore Rook, the man that is human sandpaper, more or less. Yeah.
Okay.
He's Sandman.
Oh shit.
I'm the Sandman.
Enter Sandman.
Casper.
Yeah, it's me, Casper. Also been here for a year now. I play the goat man that has become fucking emotional support for everyone for some fucking reason. Yeah.
Brad.
Yaw. Me. Hello, it's me, Rob, aka RPG Mastery, aka the other GM in the game. I'll be bringing it back with and/or LMR and/or Palmethus/Ariana. Back again to play the 2 complete opposite characters that may not have to talk to one another. Who knows? I don't know what's happening in this game anymore. It do be like that sometimes, but let's go. Let's go.
All right. Could we get a recap, please, of what the events were last episode?
Gilrock, you were there for the end, right? Is that you?
Oh yeah, I was here, yeah, but I mean, so were other people.
Yeah, but you're all the way to the end. Right.
Okay. So we now that the entire party was present and it wasn't just me, we decided to go down to the Thieves Guild to get ourselves some mighty loot for doing some fake thieving. We went down there and everything went without a hitch, apart from, excuse me, Rook not being able to keep his grubby mitts to himself and touching a little magic box that led to, wouldn't you guessed it, a voice in his head. This is, after all, Dutch's game. Everyone's got to have schizophrenia. And therefore, this turned out to be an ancient but still hyper-technological human that called himself Star something. And also, of course, and just as a forewarning, Dusk, I'm not shitting on you. I'm just making fun as a friend. Of course, this guy was an ancient prince of an ancient empire of some sort with, wouldn't you guess it, daddy issues. We went into the vault and started looking for some loot, but then Rook once again went, I want to touch a door. He touched the door. And the door opened because he had the access code called Prince inside of his head. We then decided to skip the looting until we've gone inside there. Suddenly, we're in a Spelljammer campaign where this is a place that had a Microsoft computer that told us that it hadn't been logged into for like a bajillion days, and told us about the ancient what's it called, secret of Black Gith, that she's a fake ass hoe who actually isn't the queen of the Gith. And we all decided, yeah, let's just not tell anyone about this place because it also had like access to a bunch of information and a world-ending threat it kept contained in a big magical orb. The leader of the Thieves Guild decided to join us inside this place, and she, just like Rook, can't keep her grubby mitts to herself. So she touched the statue of Valarian, or as he prefers to be called, Sunflower. She touched his daddy statue. He possessed her, or like did the same thing that happened to Rook and disintegrated her body. We then got coordinates to a bunch of different vaults that could help us kill her and get info about other stuff. We then, since the leader of the Thieves Guild was gone, decided why just take one thing from the treasury? Let's just take all of it. So we're all filthy rich and considering retirement as of this moment, because why not? We can live like fucking dukes for the next 2 years of our lives. And then we went back, took stock of everything. We brought Adebin, the little crippled boy, over so we could lock the place up. The place is locked up. The only people who know of it is Elamara, Gilrock, Rook, Damp, and Adebin. Somehow, some way, I'm sure the demon's going to find out about it as well. But we'll see. And then we left off by just going over all the loot.
And at the very end, we found something else.
Oh, yeah. Vlad was tied to kill all of us.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought Vlad wants evil things to happen?
Yo, you guys ever played this wonderful game called Baldur's Gate 3?
Shit is crazy, bro.
This was the plan before that game anyway. Don't even try. He's been here since the beginning.
We're looking for Prince Orpheus. Wouldn't you? Isn't that crazy, guys?
That was inspired. I'll even admit that one. That one is inspired by Baldur's Gate 3 because I didn't know that one. So you can have that.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if we're gonna go find a murder comet.
No.
We've already killed one of those.
You already killed one.
Oh shit.
You killed
They
several.
they showed up at like
A dinner.
Yeah, dinner way back when. It jumped in through the roof and said, "It's
Murder
murder
in time. And then they just beat the shit out of everyone. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, as we usually do.
It's murder in time.
Alright. So you're back in the room after locking down the building. Is Adebin still here or no?
Huh? In our room?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Okay.
We let him go off and do whatever it is that he felt like doing instead.
Alright. Well, we're gonna start off. It is late evening. The fire stoked warm to prevent the cooling air. As you have walked home back from the sewers one more time, you have noticed that the chill in the air has only gotten worse. It's become severe. The clouds are darkening, and right as you begin to enter into the castle, the howl of the winds against the stone and wooden eaves is vociferous, like evil banshees screaming in the night. As the darkness overtakes the world and the flurry of snow becomes so intense that you can scarcely see a few feet in front of you. And I did roll luck for the weather, by the way, in this, but it rolled.
Quick question. We ended the session inside.
Yeah, but you went to go to the vault and then you came back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That was just me, though.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what the conditions are, the weather conditions are anyway.
Alright. Just making sure.
It truly has become a veritable blizzard very quickly. As you enter back inside your room, Gilrock, you are covered in a layer of snow. You are very cold. I need a con save from you.
$18.
Okay. You managed to sloth it off.
I have fur. My bottom is very naturally hot.
All right, what is Rook doing?
I come inside and I just shake all my snow off.
Just Rook is trying to comprehend the fact that he's covered in snow in like what was approximately like a 20-minute walk or something, probably. She like gently shakes his head. It's sort of he's been considering sort of taking his helmet off because it's just them, but he's still sort of keeping it on at the moment. But it's something that he's like sort of considering as he's sitting here across from the other three. One thing he's kind of keeping in mind is the fact that he now has an entirely different person in his head. It's fucking Mahadi. That little shit. I'll stab him. I think he's been questioning Valerian on like as much knowledge as possible about being a Star Walker. Mm-hmm. Star walking. Sorry.
I swear to God, I thought we were about to get a Disney infringement.
Yeah.
It's so close.
Is he your father, Chris?
I am your father. No. Sorry, wait, that was the Emperor.
Do it. Do it. Anyway.
This show is now sponsored by Disney.
This show is sponsored by Sonoran Desert Institute, where you can learn how to become a gunsmith online. Apply today.
I'll take it. I don't know. I can get it. I don't know. Hit me up, whoever that is.
Hit me up, you.
Anyway.
They usually only sponsor like gun channels on YouTube.
Anyway, so what are you trying to ask him?
I'm just like questioning him in general, like what was life like what sort of transportation, like what sort of transportation, what sort of weapons that they have and such. I think he's definitely questioning him about weapons and such in general. He heard him talk about this sort of like antimatter rifle, and now he's trying to figure out where he can acquire one.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's basically describing things that are beyond your comprehension. He speaks of ships that sail in the stars as if they were the oceans. Massive metal machines of sizes heretofore unimaginable to you. Just things that are truly breathtakingly, almost fantastical. He speaks of guns that don't require a minute or 30 seconds to reload, of black powder rifle that can shoot light from its tip, swords with an electrical backing, all sorts of things that aren't really feasible in your mind.
I think he's just trying to take as much of it in, even though he's sort of only understanding like maybe 2% of it. But does he answer me where, like, I can get a hold of an anti-matter rifle?
He can't. He doesn't know. I mean, the only place you would be able to get something like that would be from your Githyanki friend. And there'd be no way.
What about one of...
What?
What about one of the bolts?
You wouldn't. It processes on a reactor core.
What?
An antimatter rifle, basically, it's composed of an engine that creates, like, the energy that it creates from one molecule of an atom of antimatter and an atom of matter colliding with each other is sufficient enough to basically, like, it doesn't need to be refilled perhaps maybe in 1 million or 2 million years, but functionally in a person's lifetime you wouldn't need to rebump an antimatter rifle.
Yeah. Like, no, I get it.
I didn't know if that was in character or out of character.
Like, we don't know what an engine is.
True.
Yeah, Rook is just like, what?
What do you mean?
I didn't. I will be honest with you. I did not understand a single word you just expressed to me. Like any of the technical lingo you just threw out, I no, don't get it.
I scarcely understand what has happened to us in the. What did the computer say? 120 something thousand years since I was stowed
It's
in
like
that box.
43 million.
It was not 43 million.
Yeah,
That was the number of days, which is approximately 100.
It hasn't been 43 million years, Casper.
I didn't hear him say years.
Anyways, that's not what I said, but we're moving on. It's 120,000 years since I've been in stasis, or I don't know what this even is.
Things have regressed, I guess.
Clearly, none of you even know what I'm talking about.
How about, instead of all the attitude, you start from the bottom and I'll start writing notes.
I don't even know what the bottom is. I mean, I can try my best, but I feel as though I need to rest. I need some time to process what's going on.
So are you just going to retreat into my mind, or should I lay down and sleep?
I will sleep. I don't know if that will affect you.
Do I need to roll to figure that out?
I mean, yes, you can roll. I'm just gonna let you know you probably won't be able to figure it out, but you can roll.
What can I roll?
Arcana.
Can I not please roll insight?
He doesn't know. Why would it be an insight check? This isn't like that doesn't make sense.
That's an 11.
Okay. Yeah, you have no idea what it would do.
That he falls asleep.
Well, I mean, he's going to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just whisper, "Good night, sleep well." It's being genuine, but a little bit confused. But he's being genuine about saying it.
Good night. Thank you for being charitable. And you are it seems you are generally unaffected by his activity cycle if he falls asleep pretty shortly afterwards.
Okay.
Elmara.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I just said yeah.
Elmara, can you detect the presence of fiends?
With a divine sense, which is an active ability.
Okay, cool.
Do you want me to conveniently use one right now?
No, you don't need to. I just needed to confirm if there is a passive thing that I didn't know about.
I'll double check everything, but I doubt there is.
I mean, if you have true sight in any way, you can probably see them.
Yeah. If they're invisible or an ethereal, but I don't think I have any true sight with my current stuff. You live in a high power game when you look at your +3 flail and you think, damn, this isn't enough. I need something better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have no way to detecting them passively.
Okay.
I have to actively be looking for them.
In a tornado, a flurry of sparks and fire, in front of you appears a male human with tannish skin and backwards facing hands. Have any of you met him besides Blaine?
Damp.
Okay, Damp has.
He was there for the slave trade.
Mahdi.
Elamara, you would be able to roll to recognize him, yes.
What role would that be, Boo Boo?
That would be history.
Yay!
At advantage because of who your grandfather is.
Grampy. That didn't give me the option to roll at advantage. I hope a 20 is enough. Cool, I rolled the same thing twice.
For you, yes, a 20 is enough. This is Mahadi, formerly in service to the Archduke Zariel of the planet of Avernus. in the Hellish Imperium.
The fuck is a planet?
You're on one.
I know.
know that.
You know what a planet is. But yeah, you do know who he is. He is sleazy, known for his conniving nature, and generally disliked by your grandfather. For obvious reasons. He has the guile and manipulation of a devil, but none of the courage that your grandfather believes his kind should possess.
Did bitch just enter the room?
Oh, is that any way to talk to a fellow member of the fiendish nobility?
Those are some hot words coming from you. What do you want?
Well, considering the fact that I am working with your fellow devilkin over there, he'll motion with his hand towards Vaetara, who seems pretty non-phased about his presence as she just kind of meekly waves, sitting in front of the fire. I think some more respect would be due, but I am here because I wanted to offer some services. We are very interested, after all, in the Hells and the progression of your mission, and, well, Lord Moloch wishes to see his daughter safe and her mission succeed.
It's a lot of horseshit that just came out of your mouth, so let's just get straight to the business. What deal are you offering and for what price? Don't waste my time, she'll say. She'll start checking out her nails like a bitch.
The deal I'm offering is some sort of way for you to gain access to the cities in the Triple Alliance without all of you being instantly flayed alive because of who you have in your party. Points at Damp Moss.
That's a lot of vagaries, and I'm not hearing anything that would actually strike interest with us.
What should strike interest with you is that I have contacts within the Drow societal structure. People who want to see them cast off Loth and gain a better understanding, perhaps of people like your grandfather. But if I am not wanted, I can leave. After all, you can navigate this area yourself. I'm sure it will go swimmingly for all of you. He smirks.
I'm sure it would. But I'm curious to know, as a famous and reputable merchant, what would throwing the drow under the bus gain you?
That's presumptuous. Am I really throwing them under the bus by relieving them from the yoke of demon tyranny, or have you had a change of heart that's a bit concerning?
I think you and I both know the real consequences of an event like that. Let's not play fiddle here. The drow followers would be eliminated by their former matriarch. So what do you gain from their elimination?
We gain quite a bit, all things considering. If the Triple Alliance falls, that means greater safety in the Black Road, not just for me, but for the entire world. I mean, there's still plenty of drow left, even if Loth decides to cannibalize some of her former children.
And how would you go about this? What's you said what you can accomplish. We never said how. If you truly want to strike a deal, I do want to know the details.
Your friend is wanted in this region. If we change his appearance sufficiently, or give him, I don't know, something that could disguise him properly, as well as some of you as people who can fit in, you'd have an easier time, along with... He dumps a stack of papers down. Fake records, passports, the like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he allows me, I'd like to peruse some of that. Just to see how legit it is.
He'll gingerly, you can see caution in his eye as he'll hand you one of the pieces of paper.
Yeah, I'll look at one and I'll reach over to hand it to Rook.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have it? I mean, I'm not a rogue, so I don't really have
No,
any expertise.
you do have
when it
perfect
comes-
memory.
Yeah, that I do. So I look at it, I read it, and I go, okay.
Yeah.
Give it back.
You don't want if
Alright.
you don't want Lord Moloch's help, I can leave.
Mm-hmm. What can he offer that basic spellcasting cannot?
Do you mean the fact that most of their palaces are protected by magic? You're going to probably need to enter some of them to regain some of these artifacts. And therefore, your disguised self won't just stay available. Scrying eyes. Let's see what else. I mean, if you wish to be subject to the fighting pits of Alseni, be my guest. I'm not going to stop you.
Out of character. What? Do we have No, Farron is a fucking divination wizard. Do we have an illusionist on deck?
In your party?
Kinda.
Okay.
I have some illusion spells.
Hold on, I'm thinking illusionist wizard would completely negate everything he has to offer, but if we don't have one, we could.
We don't get that.
You don't.
I'm assuming Dusk, he's offering a permanent race change, right?
Basically, it's more of a more powerful version of seeming. It's not going to actually change your base race forever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So he's offering a way around true sight and anti-magic fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. All right. So back in character. We'll actually legitimately think about it. Progress on it, right? But she'll look to not Rook because he's dead. Look to Gilrock. And say, no. Actually, I won't say anything. I'll just look at him.
He's wet from the snow. It's kind of like he's like patting his fur a little bit. Notices you looking at him and goes, "What?"
Rolls eyes.
Mental in your head instead. What?
Were you paying attention to the conversation just now?
Yeah, he can. He's trying to get us in a deal to disguise us.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Do we know of anyone who can physically change our looks, like those play actors?
He thinks a little bit. I can do a lot of illusions.
No magic. Physical.
Physical change?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Sandeep would have some contact, like facial reconstruction types of people. Other than that, I don't think we know anyone that's expertise in it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. She'll turn to Mahadi. She'll say, assuming that the deal goes through, what prices are you going to be asking?
An agreement between you and my master that you will not intervene in the reconquest of Malbold, his rightful home.
Malbolge is, in your lore, Malbolge is still the lair of Mammon, right?
Yes. That's Mineros, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, who rules Malbolge?
Right now, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I have to check, but I. Why isn't it coming? What's the fourth layer? Remind me.
That's Baal and Fiona.
Okay, so who rules the fifth? That would be our answer.
Ooh, I want to say Garyon and Levistus? Maybe?
Serves as the prison of the Nine Hells. I'm sorry, I should know this off the top of my head. Ruled by Moloch.
Yeah.
No, Glacia has control of it right now. That's who. I was like, why am I forgetting who it is? There we go.
Okay. Oh, that's the daughter of Asmodeus. Is that still canon in your game?
Yeah, Glacia is one of Asmodeus's many children. Game. Correct.
Okay. Alright. Then, yeah.
But
doing this would be... Yeah, okay. Then I can't take this deal. Yeah, because if I don't end Hold on, Rob needs to think. Because taking a deal like this could mean that he could blackmail me into implementing my involvement, in quotes, in the overruling of... So to confirm, Glacia rules the lair that is trying to be overtaken by Moloch, right?
Moloch wants to reclaim his lair, yes. Glacia was put in charge after Moloch's attempted coup.
Okay. Yeah, so a non-aggression pact against Moloch could be seen as involvement in his schemes to overthrow her, which would be a betrayal to Asmodeus himself, which would get me killed.
You also have to remember you are currently traveling with Moloch's daughter, who is also involved in this.
That's fine. There is no written agreement to where I have to do it, where I have anything to do with her, really, outside of her just being there. Which that holds up in court. A written pact does not hold up. Does not allow me to have that escape when it comes down to courts. So, okay, yeah, I'll look at the Mahadi, and I'll say, an agreement to non-aggression could get me in trouble in the courts. I'm sure you've come here to recognizing that. What protections do you offer me? How do I know you're not going to throw this in Asmodeus' face and implement myself and in turn my grandfather?
Well, to begin
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back. Well, to begin with, why would I go to Asmodeus right now? Currently, I am a fugitive. Even as much as I enjoyed working with Mistress Zariel, I have to tell you that, of course, I am but not somebody who is going to try to go get myself killed. That's not something that I really do, or like to either. I wasn't exactly a person on the front lines of the Blood War. I helped out, of course, in my own way.
Alright. She'll say, I'll admit, your deal does have some merit in benefiting myself, and I'm sure you get your benefits from it too. If a simple non-aggression pact against Moloch and his attempted coup of Glacia's lair is all that you ask for, I would be willing to accept that price, pending on a few things I need to clear up and tie up on my end. Are you willing to wait 24 hours?
I am willing to wait 24 hours, but I will warn you. If you leave for the Black Road before then, I will not try to head down there myself. I have no intention of seeing myself get killed.
Understandable.
So,
anything else you wish to discuss?
Well, I have something specific for someone else, but he'll come over to stand next to you, Rook, sitting on the arm of the chair. But that's a private matter between he and I.
Just really sends him a side eye from out of the corner of his helmet. He's like, what?
I have something to offer you if you're willing to take it.
He signed, what is it?
He'll unfurl a infernal contract. I mean, it's secrets about your past. Things you aren't aware of. Things that might change your perspective on things. But I'm not going to just unveil all of that for free now, am I?
No, of course not. You devils always want something or the other.
Guilty as charged, but you know, trying to rid the universe of a demonic threat tends to make you want to have more soldiers. That's the reality of it all.
Well, if there's one thing I'm not going to do is serve under some devil.
You haven't even read it. You don't know what it says.
Fine, as long as me touching it does not mean I actually sign the contract. I'll read it.
I think I would be very much in trouble with multiple people if I did that. He'll hand you the paper. It is warm to the touch.
Yeah, I read it. What does it say?
So you read Infernal?
I read every language. I have eyes of the ring
Okay,
keeper.
fair enough. It is a deal. It is a broker deal that would allow you to regain your lost memories. In exchange, I mean, Rook doesn't even know really about his lost memories as well. Very much.
He doesn't know that he's missing memories, so he's just like, oh, what missing memories?
Yes. And understand your past in exchange for knowledge of your spiritual practice and your method of magic. It's basically him offering this. There is also some statement later on about the secrets of the vault is written in the fine print. If you really do take a magnifying glass to it.
Oh, I study the entire thing, and remember, I see any invisible ink as well. Anything
There's
that's
no
like
invisible ink, but it's small.
Anything he might have like written in a different dialect of Infernal to try and trick someone is still able to be like understood by me. I can understand this entire document when reading it. I want to make really sure that's noted.
That's what the document is. It's your memory back in exchange for those secrets.
In exchange for knowledge on how I actually practice my magic and the way I worship.
Yep. As well as the vault.
But how does that bind me to his service as a soldier? He said he always needed more soldiers.
He may not be referring to you, plus he has reasons for what he's trying to do, and I'm not going to tell you. So you can...
No, of course not. He's going to hang it over my head later on and be like, I can tattletale to the gods. Like, okay, well, yeah. Rogue's going to look at the contract and just like roll it up again and be like, I'm not missing any memories. No, thank you.
So you believe. Fair enough. You'll slide it up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's really hard to convince someone that you're missing memories when you don't even know you're missing memories. That's like the main issue. Yeah, Rook just kind of shrugs and is like, I mean, unless you've got a better offer for something, then I'm good.
I have many offers. I have offers for all sorts of things, but I assume those soul coins that you carry aren't for sale, considering who they have in them.
They are not for you.
Clearly. No need to be so cantankerous about it. Hello, Gilrock.
Who are you?
I am a... Vaitara will, as soon as Mahadi approaches you, she just says, no. No, not him. No.
Come on, let me talk to him at least.
Backs up. The mistress says no. I do not wish to
you're
anger
scared of
her.
daddy. I see.
What?
You're scared of her daddy. I see.
And you're not. He raises an eyebrow.
I've learned to have a reasonable amount of respect for godly beings, but being afraid is, in this line of business, you can't really be that. It's kind of worn off.
He begins to laugh very loudly. That's amusing. Not being afraid of Moloch is an interesting opinion, to say the least.
Let me guess, he can kill me at the flick of his finger, or he can erase my entire existence with a thought. Something like that?
I think it's more that he wouldn't do that should be your concern. But that's up for my mistress to discuss with you, not me.
Oh well.
If she is willing to divulge information on her father, it is not my place to intercede in a father-daughter relationship. Mahadi, you've overstayed your welcome. Puts his hands up in the air. I see. I will get going. I have other deals to collect. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Vaytara kind of just sits there silently, not saying anything.
Well, that guy was weird.
He's the type of sleazebag that would sell his own sister's soul for some schmuckle.
Oh yeah. I see. So not a homie then.
To say the least. Not a homie.
He's an ally, but I wouldn't go farther than that.
Wise. But, nevertheless, I have an idea I want to propose to organize some things. Alright, Dusk, out of character. I was thinking of splitting the PCs up into two groups. One to go to the Black Road, one to deal with the new bullshit.
What's the new bullshit? I need to be specific.
That's a whole, Rook side quest thing.
Oh, the vault?
Yeah.
The black. That's the next vault is in the Black Road. You would be going to the same place.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in two separate locations. Okay, never mind then. Excellent idea. Yeah. Yeah. Since we're on a time crunch,
and and if you do not respond to him, your deal expires in 24 hours, and he will not go into the Black Road after you. The ball is also in 4-ish days, just so you're aware. So that's in approximately 120 hours.
Yeah, but if we didn't have a time crunch, I'd do the ball. But now we have a time crunch, a severe one. That's all I will look at the. Look at it and say, all right, we head for the Black Road as soon as we can.
How are we getting there?
Walk.
I look at Dantmoss and he says, "Oh yes, here's my convenience."
You guys you have codes. Please remember what you got last time. This was a very important thing. Because everyone's gonna assume you're gonna walk, but a blizzard is rolling in now.
We have coordinates. We use them.
Yeah. I mean, I've already written down the circle, so.
Well, I'm gonna go get Farron in that case then.
Slight issue. We're not telling anyone apart from the people in this room. Which includes you now, Vaytara. So yeah, we found this vault. It had this world-ending threat.
1 second, Gilrock. Shut up.
Okay.
She face palms.
I already know about the vault. Don't need to play stupid with it. How do you think?
I'm not playing stupid with you. Gilrock.
I don't know what's in it. I know of the existence of it. Mahadi asked me before he could come here. what he could present to you.
Thank you, sweetheart. But let's keep things on topic here. We will have to split once we hit a certain section of the Black Road. One to the vault, one to the ultimate objective. We're gonna have to think of a way to explain why us in this room, and plus the artificer guy, would have to split and go off one direction without actually giving away what we're doing. We're gonna need a cover. Anyone have any ideas?
Well, we've been in a big group a lot recently. I mean, kind of from the beginning, and the demons always show up. So maybe we could post it as they'll have a harder time tracking us down if we're not always such a big group. It's easier to go unnoticed in smaller sort of, I don't know, guerrilla groups, I guess. We do attract a lot of attention when we're like, 10 people going somewhere.
Yeah, but the logical question of strength in numbers, together we could beat a demon lord, will come to play. Which is true.
Well, Fraz was recently, he's in jail now. So I feel like he was obviously sort of the one feeding the information of where we were. So we could post it as they'll probably have a harder time finding us now, since now we don't have Fraz constantly following us around and telling the other demons where we are.
My approach was, we tell them the truth, we just leave out the details. There's a vault that only Rook and a select few can access, and he's chosen us. Rook obviously would have to agree to this statement, and we'll leave it at that. And the others would have to suck it up, really.
Yeah. I mean, it works for me. What do you think, Rook?
I agree. It seems like the best course of action, I won't lie. Trying to keep this as contained as possible is definitely the best idea.
How are they supposed to get inside if you guys are planning on teleporting in?
We're not teleporting in, we're teleporting from the vault into another one.
You can only teleport to the one vault closer. I explained this last time, Casper.
Yeah, but what do you mean? What does she mean then?
She's referring to the other people in your party. How are they gonna get into the Black Road? The mountains are gonna be snow covered. They can't go in through the main entrance.
Fuck, have a Laren teleport them. He has a one-way ticket
fair
over
enough.
there. He lives there. That was the original plan all along, anyways.
Yeah, we'll go to the original plan, and once we get there, the group's gonna split off and go to the vault. We just have to explain why we're splitting off. Or at least that's how I understand the plan. I guess it's time we get all the players on the same page. So we go with Laren, teleport to his place on the Black Road. From there, vault group teleports into the vault. And then the other group will start on their journey to accomplish what they need to on the Black Road, which Rob forgets what that is.
You're supposed to intercept Liliana Vess, who is going to be carrying the Wand of Orcus. And you need to get that wand. You need that wand.
Cool. Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, but I have to split. I just keep it simple out of character. I'd say that we just have... Because each of us have at least 2 PCs, right?
No, I mean, because they're not all coming. Currently, who's going to be going into the Black Road is Hi, Isco, Vey, Vey/Veytara, Victor, and then Farron. Trying to think if there's anyone missing. Sandeep. There you go. So if you want to split it, and then a Palmethos as well. So how you guys can decide how you want to split that. Oh, and Alkios is going to follow you, but you guys don't know. That's...
How will he follow us? We're teleporting.
I'll explain it.
That's for you, Dusk, to think of.
Okay. So as players, what do we players want to do? Do we want to play out both ends of the story, or just leave one for behind the scenes camera work?
Eventually, both parts of the story will reconverge because you guys will all have to meet back up to get the wand. It would just be them going first and you guys going to the vault before them while they scout ahead to clear the path for you. That would be what you would be doing. Also,
Okay.
Somebody hit the music, please. In my opinion. Which would be helpful because if they go first, obviously it poses risks as well. The risk is they could all get killed or captured, and the other risk is you could all get killed or captured.
Well, if it's us, the group, Rook, me, Elamara, I'm saying this in character. Rook, me, Elamara, and Damp. In that case, there's only they'll have Victor, who's near deity himself.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's good enough security.
I would say that Victor would be going with the other group. And then
yeah.
We'd want to divide it evenly. I think that's around 12 people. So you would be able to bring 2 other people with you. You'd get to pick who you want.
Whoops.
Fuck.
I don't know how to use the bot. All right. Okay. Cool. Then yeah, we should just do that then.
Okay. Who do you want to bring with you? To the vaults.
Leaving this up to the tacticians.
I think, yeah, we'll leave it to the people in this room. No, I'd say Vital should go with the other group. Vital should go with the other group. And replace her with Artificer Man, and it'll be so you out. Dan, bring your Artificer Man in here, and it'll be the people in the room. We'll go to the vault.
You have one more person. Oh. So there's 5, so you can pick one more. So Farron, Ty, Isco, any of them.
Do we really want to bring anyone else to the vault?
Up to you. Ultimately.
I wouldn't trust anyone else right now. Unless Rook or Rook want to make a plea for anyone they know. Nope. Cool. Awesome. This is the group.
Rock.
Yeah?
Do you want to bring anyone else?
So it's me, Adebin, Damp, Vey, Elmora.
I thought Vey's being put in the other
Alright,
group.
alright. I thought wrong. But okay, so so who are we again? We're me, Rook, Adebin, Elmar, Damp, and
I'm just gonna.
That's it. It's just the people in the room right now.
You can add one more person, is what I'm telling you, if you want. You don't have to. You're not obligated. But I am gonna put the other group outside of the door just so we're aware of what the split would be right now.
I'd say that works. What we have there.
Agreed.
And I can't move Pally's token, goddammit.
But you did. But I don't know where she went.
Yeah, I got that stupid ass error again. Probably on top of the screen like every other time this error happens.
Gotta go find her.
It's weird.
You have to remember, you do have some very skilled people, So that's all I'm concerned about.
By the way, like who? By the way, Rob, do
Baron
you have...
is a very adept magic user.
Sure. When you have your two characters open, do you have both like in the above ETT?
Yeah,
You only need one.
but
You
I
can-
need
you can
access
just-
to the. I mean, I
You
guess
can just
the
go
image.
into the sheet. You can just go into the sheet like from the character sheets that you have and roll there, and it'll show up in the above ETT. It might be what's causing the bug potentially.
You're probably right, honestly. But yeah. Sweet. We got the gang. Tell me this would be in the group down here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What the matter?
That's not
What's the
good.
matter?
I mean, nobody has said no so far.
Y'all don't have the knowledge, so I don't blame them for not saying no. I'm saying oh no out of game because I'm worried.
To Palmith is joining.
To
Not in the
Palmith,
vault.
I mean, luckily, I guess Victor's there, but I just realized I have my boys in that group, so it's just an oh no for me. Don't worry about it. It's
Rook, you
personal.
can kill him. Rob, you can kill him. You can kill Farron now.
You know damn well you're gonna sit in it.
Oh, we're killing Baron?
Oh my god,
God,
shut
you-
up!
Maybe you'll succeed where Chris failed.
I hate all of you right
I
now.
wasn't allowed to succeed, more like.
No,
I
you.
tried my damnedest.
You-
Had the
no-
option,
oh my
you could've
God.
used the spell scroll. You could have used the spell scroll. But
I
anyways,
could have, but I like Dusk said he would have been like IRL mad for a couple of weeks. I was like, maybe not worth.
I'd to just that notion, Gil would probably say, I don't know, how well do we know this girl again?
Hmm?
How well do we know this Ariana? Because she works for Rivarsi. She's been working for him for how long? You met her like 2 days ago, and like she seems nice. I'm just saying, we just had a whole deal with a demon lord infiltrating our midst.
That's meta.
So
You can't
maybe-
say that in this situation.
That's not meta.
No,
We
it's not
literally
meta.
just
It
had
is a
demon lord
legitimate
Okay,
concern.
fair enough.
We just caught Fraz. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, well,
Being in the group. So, therefore, it'd be reasonable to say this person we don't know, maybe we should get to know him a little better first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just seems risky.
It's a logistical choice. They don't have a lot of healing in there. And not to mention that she is a local political influence section, so having somebody with that influence able to call on resources from a different place is something that I personally value. But your concerns are legitimate. Unfortunately, time is just forever against us.
Yeah. I'd say if you want to say go, I trust you, because I trust you, even though I might not trust her. But I'm just saying we should probably keep a little bit of an eye on her.
Yeah. It's reasonable. I won't say no. Do you want to bring her in? Maybe ask her a few questions.
they're not standing there, by the way. I just put them there so everyone knows who's going with which group.
Yeah, we know. But yeah, Elmar's asking to bring her in for questioning.
Ariana?
Yes.
That's Palmethus' fake name.
Of course.
Of course!
Yes. And sorry, I need to get this straight. We're talking about bringing her with us to the vault?
No.
No, just on
Okay.
her journey, she'll be
Ah.
with the other group.
Oh, got it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can bring her in, sure.
Cool.
Open the door.
Fetched.
Stop having it be closed.
Fetched.
Or-
I'll take a seat back because her opinion's biased. Also, I don't want to play two characters right now. So, yeah, she'll walk in, kind of twirl that glaive around, put it on her back. Hey, you called?
Yeah. We were discussing some stuff that we kind of require an opinion on. Sit down.
Ooh, I feel like this is like a job interview. Okay, what's up?
When have you last been to a job interview? Never mind.
For this very job.
Literally 2 months ago.
And
You know what? Fair enough. Rogue, you've got the talking gift. Why don't you convince her?
Huh?
You've got the talking gift.
Hey, Ariana.
Hi.
Pleasure having been formally introduced. So, do you want the sort of like the typical bullshit a boss like gives you, or do you just want the real meat of it?
Are you saying that I'm about to be like, I don't know, put in a jail cell or something? It feels very serious.
No, nothing like that. Or maybe, but not like we won't do it.
What?
Don't worry about it. You probably gathered who we are because we can't fucking go anywhere without people knowing about it. We're gonna go to the Black Road because we want to save the world and all that.
Yes.
You know the area, right?
Yes.
Do you want to help guide one of our groups to the Black Road?
Yeah. That's. I thought that was I was here to do. Yes, to help and mostly be a healer. Group doesn't really have many.
You're hired.
Awesome. Great. I thought I already had the job. You know what? I graciously accept your job.
There's no pension plan, and we don't cover health insurance.
Do I get clean teeth?
No.
If you brush them yourself,
and no dental.
You'll probably get a fuck ton of gold, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, we got about a lot each yesterday, so it's fruitful.
It's very descriptive. I love a lot.
I just I'm like, I can't really show it in my bag because magic, but I open the bag of holding upside down. I say 1,000 gold, and it just onto the table.
Goes
a lot. This is like pocket change at this point.
That is a amount of gold. That is of a substantial number. Yes. So, are you offering me a lot of gold?
Amongst other things, we find magic items here and there. You could probably have a use for those. So be good on magic items. I don't know how well a guard is sort of equipped in this city.
Surprisingly well, all things considered.
Not too bad then. Then,
okay.
Yeah. What do you reckon? You intrigued? You interested? Do you wanna? You might die. I will have to warn you. Your life will be in perilous danger almost 24/7.
And death is meaningless.
True. I like her, Alamara. Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have much more. If anyone else want to say something.
Iron.
That was the least convincing. Are you sus I've ever seen?
I'm well aware. I'm not saying anything though. How you split this group is on y'all.
I thought you were gonna be hard on her, Kilrock.
I've already he already explained. Hey, I'm gonna trust Elamar's decision. If she says it might be good, I'll let it go with that. That's kind of what he's thinking. that Alamara vouchers for her, that's good enough for him. If it turns out bad, it turns out bad. You know, it's nothing to do about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like kind of wiggle in her seat in excitement and shoot up. It says, "All right, I will get everything prepped. When are we departing?"
Tomorrow looks at Rook.
Tomorrow works, yeah. Let's do it tomorrow. And tomorrow. And
Thumbs up.
tomorrow.
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And yeah, she'll yeet on out of the room.
Alright, get the fuck out of here, you crazy bitch.
Get it, fuck out. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Hey.
I was working at the bar the other day and I was like collecting glasses and these like 6 dudes, they look at me and they go, what's up?
Anyways.
I said, what's up? Back. And they were just like, wait, you've seen the movie? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, we'll buy you a beer. It's like, okay, sure. So I had to have a beer. That was good. I like that. Yeah.
Continue.
I have no more to say. It was just funny.
Yep, I'm gonna go and sit down and say, Garak, does that at least help put your suspicion at ease a little bit?
She seems nice, I suppose.
Yeah, like I said, time is short nowadays, so unfortunately, we just have to go with who we can get.
Hey, maybe we'll get betrayed all over again. Who knows?
Come on, Rook, that'd be crazy.
Elvira looks at the camera.
That'd be crazy, right? That'd be crazy if we got betrayed twice. Come on, that would be crazy.
Yeah, there can't be like every person we meet is connected to the demons, right?
It's not even close to every person. Don't even at me with that.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
You
It's
know that I too will be betraying everyone.
So cool. Devin's all good with that. You can sleep in this room today, I guess. Or not. Up to you. But we're leaving tomorrow.
I've got to go sing a Disney song. Excuse me.
We're not.
Or just leave.
At least we're not dying today. We're dying tomorrow.
We can't die tomorrow.
Why are we dying?
It's never tomorrow. It's always today. Yeah, it's never tomorrow. If I give you a bag of drugs, will you give me those rocket boots?
If you give me a bag of drugs, you'll never see me again. I'm gonna go. Gilbert's gonna go to get some snacks and then see this ensemble outside and be like, "Oh,
they're not actually out there."
Yeah, they're not.
Bring me fried cat's eyes, please.
The only person who's actually out here right now is Vaitara.
Bring me fried cat's eyes, please.
I don't know
She'll
if I can
go
get
to have
that."
pet some cats.
Those are good.
Hey Vaitara, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna turn in for tonight. Would you?
Why are you not letting me come with
Hmm?
Why can't I go with you in that group?
Safety.
Okay, what about
Okay,
your
so-
safety?
I'll be fine. I always am.
Hmm.
Famous last words.
Yayo!
Also, shouldn't
don't
you be
actually-
talking to your grandfather about this? Well,
Oh yeah, sure. I whistle. Gramps!
oh yes. Hello.
Hey, so we chatted amongst the group. Why are you moving all around? We chatted amongst the group, and we've decided we're gonna do a little bit of a split in the next travel bit to attract a little bit less attention and just for safety's sake, and because We discovered something that only allows a certain people to be brought with, where I'm included. I am entrusting you, and I poke him a bit in the chest, to protect my girlfriend. Leans in to give him a little incentive. Possibly future great-grandchildren. And the rest of my friends.
Of course.
While I go with the other.
If anyone inconveniences us in any way, I will burn them to ash.
How about if they threaten you, you can threaten them back to burn them to ash, and then if they keep threatening you, you burn them to ash. But, like, if someone walks in between you guys when you try to cross the street, don't burn them to ash.
But what if they step on Mistress Vetara's toes?
Vetara is very well. She can very well take care of herself in that regard. But if someone attacks her, you have my full consent to obliterate them and erase them from existence. Yes.
What about your advisor, the intelligent one?
Who?
You know who I'm talking about. Don't play coy.
Yeah, I'm saying it because I'm wondering who Victor believes is the intelligent one here.
The tiefling, the one who writes books.
Oh yeah. Oh, Twinkerbell. What about him? Keep him alive. Yeah.
Of course.
Anything else?
No. You need to make sure that you stay safe. If I find out that somebody has killed you, I will hunt them to the ends of the earth, grind their soul into a fine paste, consume it, spit it back out again, and then continually torture them, because that's how much I love you. He hugs you.
Appreciate that, Grandpa. I'll do the same if someone manages to kill you somehow. But I'm sure I'm gonna be with Elamara, so I'll probably be fine. She seems very responsible.
Mm-hmm. I believe in her prowess. Yes, she is a capable warrior, even if she is bound by far too many of the devil's prelates.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those big words. Anywho, that's kind of just all I wanted to say.
Of course. He kisses your forehead.
I take it, and then I saunter back in. And I go snooze. I snore.
Has anyone messaged Laren? Because y'all gotta use him for the teleport.
Laren's just in the castle somewhere. Like he's been there. You just need to put him down.
He's banging some waitress.
Yeah, he's laying down the pipe on anyone.
Shut up, Chris.
What do you mean? The man canonically has unlimited Riz. Like, I'm pretty sure he rolls higher than Jaimar in, like, his Riz meter.
Jaimar doesn't have Riz. He just says, I'm a god, bang me. And they go, oh, yes.
Divine power. Yeah. Laren brings that divine dick, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
I go...
Cry about it.
I'm not crying.
Not yet, anyway.
I won't be, either. Anyway, you're... Alright.
Depends on how well Rob does his job.
Spicy.
Alright, do you do anything else this day?
Not going. It was evening.
I know.
Yeah.
This night,
I'll have Ariana sending to Larian Studios to tell them what's up.
Bang Bro Studios. Yeah. He receives the message, just like sends a mental thumbs up.
Let's go.
Yeah. and it's going to be ready for when we have to leave. Is everyone sort of winding down for the night? Is that what I'm getting?
I mean, I've gone to bed.
You've gone to bed.
Yeah,
Elmara
Elmar's going
has
to bed.
gone to bed.
Ariana and Victor are just chilling with some cats, having girl talk.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by pussy.
Pussy.
Pussy. I would like to. Is there a way I can get outside without disturbing too many people? Like outside.
Yeah,
I want to go into like this sort of like. I can't ping it for some reason. This sort of like a closed off area, if that's possible.
I can't tell what you mean. I'll have to look.
The green area right next to our room, the big green area out here.
That's a ballroom, but yeah, you can go there.
That's a ballroom?
Yes.
I just thought I thought because of like all the grass on the floor that was like
that's a carpet
garden
pattern.
Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, in that case, I think is there anyone? I imagine there's no one in the ballroom, right?
That would be correct. There is no one in the ballroom.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I am going to waltz in there. I'll walk out, sort of just like give a small wave to Veitar and Ariana as I walk by, and continue walking down. Do I bump into anyone on the way, or am I just like able to go there directly?
You
Ariana
bump
give an
in.
enthusiastic wave.
You bump into him.
Baron?
Yep.
Banated.
Yeah, just sort of like turn the corner, fucking straight up actually bump into him. But he just sort of stops and looks at Farron and doesn't really say anything, but starts signing like, I apologize, I'm sorry.
Oh, what are you apologizing for? I'm just reading, I'm getting ready for the trip. He smiles and shows a large tome about an encyclopedic map of the Black Road to you, full of detail. Well, the best maps that can be detailed by people.
He sort of points at the small bump Farron now has on his forehead as he's still wearing full metal armor and he's smashed his forehead into his breastplate. He's like, he's still fully dressed in armor.
Farron touches his forehead. He's bleeding a bit and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I'm engrossed in my reading." He'll take out a handkerchief.
Yeah, just seems like an interesting subject. I do hope you enjoy your reading for the night.
Well, I mean, I need to have us all prepared. I can't let anyone get hurt now, can I? I need to make sure that we know where we're going.
Starson again. Yeah, I suppose that is true. He almost begins signing something, but then sort of like bites his cheek, even though Farron can't see it, and then just puts his hands down and just signs. Well, I hope you enjoy your evening. Good night, and starts walking through the ballroom doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
You enter a large ballroom where basically from floor to ceiling in the center there is a centric ring of large, massive trees. Massive chandeliers cover the ceiling as you look up and you see glasses full of ever-burning flame. Many pots decorated with beautiful elven plants native to Tien. Specifically, the ones capable of surviving in the temperate climate are scattered throughout the room. Large marble pillars hang with vines and various other nature wrapped to it. There is a corner with many instruments and couches, and the famous poppies, of course, line every single corner of this massive flower-shaped ballroom.
He sort of like looks around for a long moment, taking in all the wealth and all the like man hours and money required just to put this place together, and sort of he kind of grimaces a bit as he considers the fact that this is most likely built on some form of either slave labor or just.
You don't have to guess. It's TN. It was built from slave labor. There is very little likelihood that besides the artistry required to make the stuff, the building itself was constructed using slave labor.
Yeah, he sort of kind of scoffs at the bit of like all the gaudiness, all the like gold, like lacquered stuff and rare trees and plants and such. Like he's pretty sure this entire room could pay for like a small teeny's village for like a year in their food budget alone. So he kind of rolls his eyes, but starts walking towards the instruments. Where he's not going to actually start playing any of the instruments. He's just going to use the chair on the piano as like a sitting place. And I can't move my character for some reason.
In front of
there
you.
we go.
Oh, okay.
I am not allowed to move it.
In front of you.
Again.
Neither am I. What's happening? That's weird. Let me try from the DM screen. How peculiar.
Oh, it's almost like there's certain spaces within the thing that doesn't work. Yeah, he sort of sits down, and
In front of you is a giant mahogany carved grand piano. Intricate elven runes sit along its exterior, gold embossments, ivory and ebony keys. It is truly a work of art unto itself.
He sort of looks at the piano, considering why he never actually decided to learn to play an instrument. Sort of, even though he can't see his hands, he's sort of studying the inside of his gloves, just thinking about like the callousness of his hands in a lifetime spent essentially just killing and enforcing rules for something he definitely still completely believes in. It's just he considers that maybe another path could have gone differently for him. And with a sort of a heavy sigh, he carefully pulled out the sword of Vartan and kind of places it on top of the piano, just so like it's in front of him. So he's just kind of staring at it for a moment. Before he's going to call out to Sarvati and be like, I could really use your advice right now, if you're here.
Yes, my child. I am always here in some respect.
Do you see the sword in front of me?
I cannot see through you. We are far too distant from one another for me to describe it to me.
Well, would you mind describing the sword?
The sword in front of you is a beautiful piece of craftsmanship made out of what appears to be pure red crystal. It is a double-tipped sword with sharp edges. There is an inlaid curve along it. It appears to be a giant scimitar of some sort. However, it can function as a longsword in this case. It has a handle that ends with the mouth of a lion and has a ruby within its mouth.
I pass off that description to Savati. Apparently
Where did you get that?
We stole it from the vault of a known criminal.
This is I mean, it's not his weapon itself, but this is the sword of his champions. This is of the gods, Rook. It is an imminent danger.
I know, but I don't know what to do with it. I can't hand it off to someone else because who knows what they could do with it. But I fear me walking around with it is going to just provide more of a personal danger to myself.
It can't be destroyed, so I don't know what to do with it. This is most concerning.
Would it be so bad if I just talked to one of the gods?
I would have to erase your memory of where the location of our base is. We can't afford us getting caught out like that. His brother is Jaimar, his twin brother.
It wasn't Vartan I was considering talking to. More Sultana. Or maybe, I believe her name is Kalia. They seem like the more reasonable of the gods.
Can try. But I would still need to, like I said, there is the concern.
I understand. As long as it's only the location you erase, I can accept that.
Are you sure?
He sort of ponders his choice of words for a moment. Have I had anything else taken from me?
I am not at liberty to speak about that.
And what, are you a lawyer now?
No, you can sense a sense of fear in her voice as she says that.
But you are Our Lady. Why are you not allowed to speak of that? You are the highest among us.
I just can't. It's too much, Rook. It's too much. It's
Too much.
there's things that aren't easy to explain.
Too much in what regard? You make it sound like something dangerous.
Because it is dangerous. Dangerous for you and me both.
Wait, so I have had memories taken away from me?
No answer.
I don't know if you're still listening, but wipe my memory of the location. I'm gonna reach out to Sultana.
Of course. 3, 2, 1. You feel your mind go numb and slack, as if something penetrates within its deep within your hippocampus and literally steals the memory from you. The emptiness is strange, but it at the same time recognizable. This is something you have felt before. Your body recognizes the uncomfortable psychic sensation, and it is erased, locked away.
Can I do like an insight check on myself?
Yes.
In regards to that feeling? Okay. Because it's my own body and like my own subconscious, can I roll with advantage?
No.
Oh.
Memories was removed, right?
19.
What are you trying to insight for?
I'm trying to figure out like how or why does that feeling feel familiar to me?
Because, I mean, that's pretty easy to deduce. With a 19, yeah, it's because this has happened before, clearly. Someone has taken your memories at some point.
Is my body able to remember like in what context it occurred in?
No.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, he's just like, damn, this isn't the first time.
You should be free of that knowledge. It can be returned to you when the time comes.
I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to be here when I contact her?
I can't stay here.
Alright.
I don't know how she'll react to what you'll say. She can be very loving and positive, or very temperamental, from what I've read.
You can't feel them, can you?
I can feel them. They can't feel me. Prefer to keep it
What-
that way. At least until I'm powerful enough where I wouldn't.
What do they feel like up there?
Energy? I don't understand your question. We are all beings of a similar nature.
I know, but each of the gods have their own respective domains that they follow. I imagine that their energy would feel different regarding.
She is a mother. Her language is usually compassion, but it's capricious, like the phases of a moon. She can be wrathful and angry if you upset her, but she is also capable of great feats of mercy. She is warm, but stern. Daimar is like the blazing heat of a sun. He is order, he is law, he is light. He is also two things. Ignorance, arrogance, ego, blinded by his own pride, where he outshines all others and refuses to recognize what that does to him.
Oh, that's why one of his sons left him.
I don't know why that happened. Conjecture.
Fair enough.
I mean, they all have their own feelings. Some are far worse than others. Feel the touch or mere aura of Lolth is enough to make me feel what I guess is the equivalent of your ill. He makes me nuts.
Mm.
It's difficult to imagine how her and her twin are related.
I agree. Well, in that case, take care for now. I will be contacting her presently.
Stay safe.
I'll try. And he sort of cuts the mental connection. And he ponders for a long moment before doing something he has never done before. He actually sort of puts his hands together and closes his eyes and just goes, Sultan, are you there?
In the background, you begin to hear someone lightly strumming the harp.
Sort of unfolds his hands and places his hands down on. He doesn't touch the sword, but he has like his hand is hovering over the sword in case whoever's playing the harp behind him has like dangerous intentions.
What are you doing?
Sultan, I assume you are Sultana. He still hasn't turned his head.
I mean, that would be a correct assumption, yes. No need for a sword. Although I don't recognize you.
If you don't recognize me, why did you come when I asked?
Because you're unfamiliar. I know almost all of my children, at least a little bit.
I'm not one of your children, but you still came.
No.
He's not being, like rude or sarcastic. He's like genuinely confused why she would show up.
Everyone is one of my children. She corrects you very quickly. Every living person. I am the mother to all.
Okay. Well, Sultana, and he does like a half bow just in case she's feeling spiteful today. Pardon me for reaching out. It was more of a spur of the moment curiosity more than anything. I've been out of the reach of the gods for so long that you've almost become half an enigma to me. I wanted to talk to one of you up close and figure out why things are the way they are.
What a strange notion, but tonight is a peaceful night. Here, the blizzard smothers any sort of darkness that was planning anything, and of course, with one of their main ringleaders in current custody, safety of the multiverse is at least partially assisted, so my freedom was available, and if I hear a new supplicant, I don't know if that is what you are, but when I hear one of my children in need, I have a duty to try and assist.
I will not bow to you, and I probably never will. But
okay.
A conversation is something I can accept.
She kind of just looks at you a bit like, cocks her head as you say that, but just doesn't do anything. She just keeps playing the harp.
She cocked it in relation to me saying I'm probably never going to be a supplicant.
Like, never gonna bow to you ever. Like, basically, yeah, you get a little bit of a head tilt, but, like, she isn't gonna go into that right now. She's just playing the harp, listening.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to one of you face to face to figure out why things are the way they are. So, from your own words, how would you describe you? And how would you describe you? Not, how do I explain this? I want to hear about you, who you are, not just the way that you are depicted as being.
I am a woman.
Well, that much is obvious.
I was born fully formed and fully aware. I was born, and he kind of considers. I grew within the first 1,000 years. I found my love. I mean, I'm a god, yes, but I am above all a mother, a person with emotions, guardian of faith, a protector. First and foremost, a mother who seeks to reunite her family and ensure the safety of all of her children. Fortunately, sometimes mother must also punish waywards. They're pleasant. It's the way verse must work.
I've had you all of you, described to me as violence incarnate one way or another. I've
heard you described as being spiteful and petty.
There
It's
is
not.
there is no one immune to pettiness. She sighs as she plays the harp. It is a poison which affects us all to degrees.
You are not portraying those traits at the moment, but I still find myself confused in regards to why you and your kin act the way you do. Seems. Oh, go ahead.
I don't understand what you're referring to. We act in accordance with our domains, who we are as, I mean, people, but not people either.
And that's the point. Aren't you supposed to be better?
I'm better than some people. I wouldn't say I'm better than all people. I try my best. I wish I was. I was perfect.
You are the. You are all gods. You can remake yourselves on a whim. Why don't you remake yourself in your perfect image in that case?
We can remake many things. Ourselves aren't one of them. I am that moon that stares down at you from the sky. I can choose how I react to things. We have free will just as you do. My sister chose her path and I chose mine. That much is evidence enough that we have free will. Well,
I don't know what sister you speak of.
I do not wish to speak her name for fear of invoking her. But she who crawls on webs. Her and I were born of the same yoke, as was my other brother who started the calamities to begin with, leading to my son's downfall. But my other siblings, they do none of the same thing. Hmm?
I just sneezed. Sorry, continue.
Okay. It's impossible to be precise, I guess, in what I'm saying, but there is no perfection. Even for us. Perfection doesn't exist in the universe. That's the reality. I try my best to be what I'm supposed to be. But I have failed before. I have been violent. I have been petty. It's not who I am most of the time. Or is it who I want to be most of the time?
He goes over this notion, like the way that he's had everything described to him from growing up is essentially just like they are violent, selfish, and not really worth your time or your effort in any way, as they'll just exploit you and throw you away at the first opportunity. I will not lie, as I imagine you can most likely see straight through that anyway. I carry a lot of hate in my heart for you and your kin. And hearing you talk this way, some of it seems, to a certain extent, unjustified.
I am not all gods, but I I am, of course, biased in this respect, but I believe most of us try our best. Better people. But there are, of course, petty dramas, squabbling. I have done things that I am not proud of either. She'll look down at the carpet as a single tear falls from her cheek. There have been things that I have been tricked into doing, or it doesn't matter that I was tricked. There have been things that I have done that were not deserved. But I try to learn from it. It's difficult, and this probably wouldn't make sense to you. It's difficult sometimes to understand a moral perspective. Some things that some see as capricious and cruel, others, like my daughter, see as desperate acts of love, affection. But she sighs, brushing her beautiful long white hair back. I just know that one day, when the demons are defeated, perhaps it will be easier. She just talked about how she's done things she's regretted. Leave her alone. That's
He hasn't really. He's. I guess he's kind of being a heretic at the moment. Surprisingly, she hasn't smited his ass.
It's not really that surprising. She has mood swings. She was in a bad mood. She's not.
Yeah.
She is capricious. I've said this a million times.
Yeah. He sort of just shrugs. It's sort of just.
But you're not demonic, so hearing you say that you harbor a distaste for the godly beings is strange. I detect divine energy.
It's not divine per se, but I understand your confusion.
Understanding. There are many ways a mortal can gain understanding that the gods have. But many of those mortals who have achieved apotheosis, if that is what you seek, have ruined their own minds.
I do not seek apotheosis. I do not wish to become like you. I would never want to become like you or your kin. That is not and will never be my fate.
I understand. If I am mixing up your intentions, it is because I am doing my best to respect your boundaries by not reading your mind. You wish for a conversation, I'm trying to meet you on full grounds.
I understand. Out of game, can she even read my mind, or
yes,
am I not protected by?
I mean, you are protected, but she could try. She absolutely could try to do it. She's not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you attempting to, respect my boundaries. Apotheosis is not what I seek. More. Revenge is actually what I seek at the moment. As for my long-term goals, memory. I want my memories back.
I am not the god of knowledge, but you could try to speak to Xernophon, though I'm afraid you would find him more what I would assume you would call callous than I.
That is why I decided to reach out to you as the first one. I have heard you described as the more emotionally intelligent one.
I would hope that I am. I would care to help you, but I don't quite understand what you would like me to. I'd speak. Any inclination hopeful here. I'm sorry if that seems strange, but I am omnipotent. I am not omniscient, like all of us.
At the start here, I just wanted a conversation. I wanted to gauge who and, well, what you are. And now I need to think for a while. I feel there are some things I need to discuss with others, but I may perhaps contact you again, if that is acceptable.
Of course. She'll nod her head.
Do not let me take up more of your time.
Well,
I shall contemplate for a while.
do you have any parting questions? Otherwise, I will be heading.
Do you know anything about the Starwalkers?
That's a word I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah. So, I've heard. But do you know anything about them and who they were?
I know who they were. What are you seeking about them?
General knowledge. Their society, their way of life, the technology they had.
Before this current avatar that I take is just one of many I've had in billions of years of living. I need a vow of silence if I am to give you this.
I mean, I'll give you one willingly, but I'm pretty sure you can swear me to silence, and I have to do it no matter what.
I'd prefer for it to be.
Yeah, he swears in the way that they would swear, like back at the cult. Essentially, he does like almost like a grasping motion with his hand and puts it to his chest as he says, "I swear."
This is for only you to know. Your party can figure it out for themselves, patriots. The things that you understand as humanoid, they aren't native to the planet. They arrived, began colonizing 300,000 years ago. Today, the elves, the humans, the beast folk, you're all products of evolution from that original stock. Starwalkers came from a very distant system, one I am unfamiliar with its own gods and its own realm. They arrived here and they were foreign, but now, like the old races, they are our children. Of course, now, with how long you've been here, I suppose you have become the elves, the tieflings, these folk. But it is interesting Bitter.
Can you?
We're having an existential crisis right now.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's like, this is a lot of deep information, and he just sort of looks at her. Can you look through me? Can you see what is in my flesh and blood? I want to know.
You don't know already.
Not really.
Your,
I know
your, your entire arm and, well, your leg from your knee are made out of living metal, the substance they utilized before their hubris made them collapse. They developed the alchemical techniques, which I'm probably I'm spilling too much. If this is getting
I'm still following, more or less.
but your body has amalgamated with a form of biological metal that they utilize to power their machine. I don't know how, but it's possible you have more DNA in common with an ancient lineage than others. Most people's bodies would reject it. They would die.
Where did I get it in the first place?
I don't know. Or that your past is shrouded to me. Like a fog, darkness lingers over it. Penetrable.
Is there a god or goddess of memories? I can't remember.
There's a god of knowledge. There's not one specifically of memories. I mean, Sultana does divination, so
Yeah.
astrology stuff. There's a lot of other people. There's dreams too. We have dreams, but you can do what you want.
In that case, he's like, so you're telling me I've got living metal in certain parts of my body, and they work as my flesh and blood. I'm just making sure I'm getting this right. And would it have been almost any other person? They would have died from what I have in me.
Most people do die, yes. If they amalgamate with a living metal, they perish. Their bodies cannot stand it. If a tiefling or an elf would try to do what you did, they would almost certainly die. It would poison their blood.
That is. God damn it. He just sort of like. He sort of just hangs his head a little bit. Alright, well, I won't keep you anymore.
Of course. May you have a safe journey.
I appreciate it.
You see sparkles as she fades into the moonlight or disappears, leaving behind a vague scent of orchids and various other night flowers.
As the tear that she dropped on the carpet, has it just like soaked into the carpet, or is it like floating on top of the carpet?
The what? Oh yeah, the tear is the tear is soaked into the carpet.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, he's just gonna grab the sort of Varton and put it back into his bag. And he's actually gonna walk out of the ballroom and is gonna go look for Gilrock.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short break now.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back in 5 to 10. So we'll be back at 7:43 Australian Eastern Standard Time. BRB. Yeah, we're off.
room, and I fucking Tom and Jerry sneak up to Gilrock's bed, complete with the fucking
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well,
the fucking
what-
sneaky sound.
what happens? Roll stealth, I guess.
Wait, one sec. I need to change the
I mean,
music.
I'm
for this
asleep,
very
so I'm not gonna roll perception, but my passive perception is 23.
You're asleep, so I would say that doesn't.
I'd still say my passive perception is 23.
Your passive perception does still apply when you're
Okay,
sleeping.
well, fair enough. Rook, roll stealth.
Okay. Oh, and I have disadvantage on this because I'm wearing full plate.
So you're just gonna get caught by the room. Yep, there it is.
Clang, 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 clang.
Not only do you wake everyone in this room up, people from other rooms come running in, assuming somebody's about to get attacked.
Is Smiler gonna come in?
I'm just like, hey, guy.
Yeah, Smiler comes in. What? Ty has his weapon drawn. What's happening? Are we being attacked by the Gizzerai? Is there a Geek invasion?
I get up in my bed. I'll get up in my bed, take the curtains off, and the eye mask. What the? Like very much like sleep eyes. Rook. What's up?
We need to have a talk.
Put
I don't wear pants.
Put other pants on.
on the loincloth.
I see all the people in the room. Why are you all in our room?
Oh,
Smiler,
there's
what
a
the fuck are you
noise.
doing?
There's a noise.
Smiler-
Of course I'm
Smiler,
here.
get the fuck out of my room! Get the fuck out of my room, you creepy fucker! Get I get up. Everyone, get out! Out!
No, there's someone here, Sandeep says.
Yeah,
We need to make sure.
It's me.
Rook. Who else here wears armor that makes that much noise?
A mind flayer.
Just-
Let me smell him. Let me
Why
smell
would-
around.
why
Let me
would
smell
there
him.
Why would there be a mind flayer here?
Rook, are you gonna stop Ty? Because he's coming up to you.
Oh, if Ty tries to smell me, I'm headbutting his nose.
Yeah, he does try to smell you. He's gonna try to
Yeah,
sniff you.
do I need to make an unarmed attack or something? Like,
Yes.
I'm swinging my fucking metal forehead at his nose. That's a 26 to hit.
that hits. Ty draws his trident. See, he's a geek. He says his nose is bleeding.
I'm not a geek, but if you try to smell me, you die.
I can smell mind flayers.
Yeah, well, in that case, smell me from a distance.
What's going on? Why is your weapon out? Why is your head bloody?
Clearly this is a mind flayer disguised as Rook. As you can see by the fact that he just headbutted me when I was trying to investigate for mind flayers.
He's sniffing up my armor.
I slap him in the back of the head. There, am I a mind flayer now because I slapped you in the back of the head, Ty?
No, of course not. That's not how that works.
Yeah, you're being fucking weird, Ty. He's not a fucking mind flayer, dude. How would he hide all those tentacles under that little mask?
That's pretty easy. I mean, depends on how much space. I don't know how big his head is.
How do we know that you're not a mind flayer, huh?
What a ridiculous question.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Fine. Yeah, I have a very easy way of you settling this. I open the little latch like near my mouth and I flip it open. You can see I just have a normal human mouth.
Well, that settles it. See, there was no need for all of that violence and questioning of my motives.
You're the one
There's
who's
no
got
reason
a
to
weapon
sniff
drawn.
people, Ty.
What? I didn't hear what you said, Gilrock.
There's no reason to sniff people, Ty.
Yes, there is. I can detect if they're mind flayers. They have a smell to them.
Yeah, you said you smelled mind flayers when you went near Rook, and he's obviously not.
No,
So
what I
maybe
said
that
was I
smells
can
detected.
smell mind. That's not what he said, by the way. He said I can smell them out. And then he said he must be one because he attacked because Rook headbutted him while he was trying to sniff him.
Ah, okay. Well, it's all cleared up now, isn't it? So y'all can get out of my room, please. We don't need a party in here.
Wait, are people of this household not accustomed to the sound of plate armor at night?
Apparently not.
Not in the middle of course not. Not in the middle of the night, in the middle of a hallway. The guards' barracks is to the south of here, and the walls are soundproof.
We're not in a hallway though. We're in our room.
And that makes it doubly strange. Why, unless you were a guard, why would you be wearing? I mean,
Do you
there
like
is
how
a.
Eldamar is sleeping in her armor? You see, pointing to her being
Yeah.
fully armored, just gotten out of bed.
I can't sleep in the arm. I don't get a rest. Even
Yeah.
it's a funny joke.
Yeah, Farron will look at you and say, "You're being a bit harsh in this respect. It was reasonable for us to suspect there was something that could be wrong."
Yeah, but when you came in there and you saw it was just us.
Right, enough, Gilrock. Enough, Farron, please. Just
Mm.
let's just go to bed. You
I-
need a good night's rest.
Yes, good night.
It's just a misunderstanding. Good night. Flop in bed.
So what do you want, Rook?
Right, let me move away from Elmara's bed so I don't wake her up.
She's already awake.
Yeah, but like, if she's trying to go back to sleep, I imagine.
Do you want to go outside or something?
No, she would ask if this is important and and if it needs to be said to her. If you say no, then she'll just go to bed.
If you wish to hear it, you can as well. It's not an issue, but it's not something that is pertaining to the mission, or something pertaining to myself.
Fuck, I'm awake. I'm gonna be working with you. Best to earn a little bit of trust and listen to your plights, if you have any.
I've heard that you've had a bit of a case of memory loss recently, or you've had your memories returned to you. Is that right, Gilrock?
If I've had some of my memories returned to me?
Or you've figured out stuff about yourself recently?
I mean, yeah. Kind of
And-
through like retelling, and I've been sort of remembering stuff, I guess, stuff from my like childhood and having like flashbacks, if that's what you mean.
Do you know of a way of inducing that sort of remembrance period?
Oh, maybe. Why? Have you forgotten something? You need to did you lose your keys or something?
I have apparently, I've got memories that I don't know have been taken from me.
I mean, I
Right.
can try and see if because I've recently been sort of I did the whole connecting us like a hive mind yesterday, so I've been developing my latent psychic abilities. Maybe I could, if you'd allow me to try and rummage around, see if maybe it's locked away or something like that.
I would allow that. Yes, that is something I can accept.
Okay. And just for Clarence, your helmet doesn't have any sort of enchantment and like ring of mind shielding type thing to stop people reading your mind or stuff like that.
Not in my helmet, no.
Right. If you have a ring, you should probably take it off though.
I carry no ring of mind shielding.
All right. Can I attempt to do this, Dusk?
What are you trying? You need to tell me exactly what.
I mean, what he just said. See if there's any way that I can because I don't know how his memories have been mucked about with, but if I can find some sort of, because I mean, if memories can be returned, it's got to be somewhere maybe latent in his head. So
Well, yes, but I need you to be specific about what power you're
try
using.
to do my mental ability where
Okay.
I can try and
Give me an intelligence check.
I want to explain just exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
I want to try and do a mix of my psychic abilities with my sort of planeswalking to try and see if I can sort of astral project myself into his head. If you get what I'm saying, to like actually me, like I did with my own like headspace. Like I want to try and enter his mind palace.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yes, that requires an intelligence check from you and a whiz save from Rook.
If he's allowed.
Can I intentionally fail it if I'm talking about like blocking
Yes,
it out?
you can, yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I'll just intentionally fail it.
Alright, I can inspire moi. So that's... I mean, let's see. So first, attempts a 12.
Can I grant him the help action?
No, not in this case. You don't have psychic powers.
No, but if I
Yes,
can
so,
I
like,
can I try and explain? Can I try and explain how I would do it?
Yes, you can, but I would still say most likely no. But go ahead.
If he's not really getting through, I'll be like, if it's hard getting through because of the helmet, I would be able to make an exception and take it off this once.
Could I try again without the helmet on?
You can try again, but it will not change. It's straight intelligence still.
Yeah. Let me see.
In that case, yeah, I like very slowly and very carefully unclasp like the 9 different clasps locked around my helmet so it can't fall off just, on its own by accident. And I slowly take the helmet off.
Quickly.
Describe for the viewers what you actually look like.
While he's doing that, I'm doing that.
One moment. He has sort of like long black hair that is tied up in a sort of semi man bun / loose ponytail that he sort of has tucked up under his helmet to hide away the length. As well as a semi medium length, well kept beard that is also black. He carries a tattoo underneath his left eye in a language that is foreign to, I imagine, to both of you. And his eyes are sort of a normal blue color, not anything special. Just they look kind of, they look like the regular blue eyes. He just in general has small tattoos going up along his neck of the sun and the moon and different religious symbols and such. He has a sort of semi-deep scar on the right side of his face that goes from almost to his forehead down to his chin, which he got when he was attacked by an animal when he was younger. It's kind of a small description. He has sort of slightly bushy eyebrows, they're more heavy set, and he has small wrinkles around his mouth, as even though he doesn't really move his face all that much, he smiles a lot underneath the helmet, so his mouth kind of gives him the impression he's maybe a little bit older than he actually is. That's kind of, yeah.
And then just a final thing, because I was thinking about it, Gilbert has seen him do it. Could I wake up a Devin so he can cast Enhance ability on me? Could I do that?
Yes. For the second roll, not for the first one.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna make it suspenseful and do them one at a time. Okay. It's better. Or, I'll take the first one and then a little schmeckle. 19.
You penetrate into Rook's mind using psionic tendrils. As you feel around in his brain, you are struck almost instantaneously by something pushing back forcefully against your presence. At least two things.
Can I attempt to force my will upon him and like overpower it? Okay. What is that?
That would be your intelligence again.
Okay. Do them one at a time. Okay, 20. Or 19. We take the 20.
Okay. One of them you do manage to successfully dodge around. It just appears to be background, but the other is extremely strong. It appears to be frustrated by what you are, assuming you're a hostile.
Can I try and... Since I do notice that this is not Rook, this is something like someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Could I say... Sunflower?
Yeah, what? Yes.
Hey, it's me, Gilrock, the Goat Man. Would you mind letting me pass through? Rook gave me permission to do this. I don't know if you can ask him right now, but you can try.
I was asleep. I believed I believed you to be an enemy. Some sort of mind flare.
Oh, definitely not. No tentacles, as you can see. Like, do I have like a spectral form or like a...
You are currently looking at what appears to be a dark, tall man with yellowish eyes. I don't know, Rook, what do you imagine your mind palace to look like?
Kind of. What's the way to describe it? Like, I don't know. To me, I kind of imagine like an old school, like Byzantine sort of like mosque or something. You know, like a huge grand hall with like very tall to the ceiling and cupolas and fucking like stained glass everywhere. Like it very much has that like Islamic, but sort of like a mixture between Islamic and Christian vibes in a way of it. Almost like a mixture between a mosque and a church on the inside.
Yeah, you're looking around. It's pretty well constructed. The Mind Palace, the building floats in a void of purple haze, with what appears to be electrical signals pulsating throughout. As you can see, both the physical neurons and this spiritual manifestation of the soul.
The soul I leave alone. So I'm like in this Byzantine building.
Yeah, that's his soul. The Mind Palace is... Yeah, go ahead, continue.
I sort of look around to see if there appears to be like a piece of the building missing, or like a I don't know, like an entrance to like a basement or some that looks like it's not right, basically.
Valerian kind of will stare at you for a moment.
What?
Before he will point you towards the back of the room, where you see 3 doors that appear to be darkened magically.
I saunter on over. So there's 3 doors, just
Yep.
like in a line.
They're not in a line, they're just at the back of the room.
Oh yeah. Do they have any text on them or anything that could give like a semblance of where they lead, or are they just doors?
You can't read the text. It's in Rook's
Can I
glitter.
cast magic inside here?
I haven't really thought about that. I'm gonna say yes.
I cast comprehend languages.
One of them is a door to early memories as leader, and then another door is the event. That's all it says vaguely. That door appears very dark and tenebrous. The other two doors have a bit of dim, star-like light in them. A magical fog. The final one is dark, frightening.
I wanna not open, just sort of touch the dark one. and see if I can-
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Is this a spell or a charm effect?
Neither. It's a psionic effect.
Okay. It's fine. It's 25.
As you put your fingers inside of that dark doorway, you feel your body being overwhelmed with pain and sheer frustration, just an unimaginable pain, torturous almost. It's truly harrowing. The black tendrils begin to creep up your psychic avatar's body, as Valerian kind of will approach you from behind. You're able to withstand it better than most. A Valerian will approach you from behind and drag you physically as you are going to take this amount of psychic damage.
Alright.
23.
Ouch. Like, rub my head. Ow. So, I only got, like, a feeling. I didn't get, like, any sort of images or stuff like that. It was only, like, frustration, anger, pain.
You saw for a very brief second, maybe like a millisecond or less, someone cutting off or slicing your leg,
Yeah.
at least through your eyes.
I'm gonna, like, sort of massage my temples and be like, that's weird. Have you been in any of those doors, Sunflower?
No. Whatever's in there, it clearly doesn't want me to see it. Well, I suppose Rook doesn't. I've been trying to be a good guest and go where I am allowed.
Okay. This is a very big long shot. Can I try and persuade the door that Rook has allowed me in here? Or could I try to commune with Rook and be like, you need to give me access?
What are you gonna say?
I wanna... well, can I commune with Rook at this point, or is Rook like...
You can commune with Rook proper, his conscious body, yeah. He's still awake.
So, Rook, as I'm rummaging around in your head, Gil says, like, out loud, he's, like, twinging a bit. There's a door that I'm trying to get into, but it's trying to force me out. I think you're subconsciously keeping me out. Can you try and open it? Maybe it's something from your past called in your head the event.
Yeah, like he will agree that he wants to give it a try. How would I give it a try, Dusk?
You need to roll me a wisdom, seeing if you can manage your own self-conscious.
A wisdom save or just flat
Check.
wisdom?
Flat wisdom.
19.
Gilrock, you see the door bend and crack a little bit as Rook, you begin to feel like your migraines coming on as the door grants you some modicum of access. Gilrock.
I sort of just arms stretched out, very like open, non-threatening for his subconscious, very much like showing where my hands are, and just try to just walk in. I'm very prepared for this to maybe hurt a lot, and try and just walk in the door.
You walk through the door, so as you walk inside, you are once again looking through whoever's eyes it is, They are strapped to a table, some sort of surgical slab, as they pick up the severed leg, laughing maniacally almost, and placing it to the side. You are such a pretty subject. So pliant, so supple. This leg will do beautifully for my experiments. But first I gotta see what I can do for you. Let's see what else. What?
Can I try and, like, Doctor Strange, since I'm technically, like, in doubly inhabiting, like, try to get, like, a bird's eye view of this? Or do I
No,
just
you
say-
are forced into Rook's perspective. This is Rook's memory.
Yeah. But okay.
But first, let's see what other delicious pain I can cause you. A sword slams down through your wrist. Rook, I need another whiz check, please. As you are beginning to receive hints of these memories and they are making you uncomfortable.
A whiz check or whiz save?
Whiz save, sorry.
Okay. That's a 16.
Rook, you want to vomit. You feel physically ill. As you instinctually will try to grab at your leg. What do you say as you feel something weird happening in your head?
I feel something grabbing me in my head.
No, you feel like your instinct is to grab onto your leg where it was severed. Obviously now it doesn't feel like that anymore, but you begin to almost feel like a phantom pain at where the wound would be.
I sort of just like grit my teeth and sort of take a couple of deep breaths to try and force the feeling of wanting to vomit back down.
Almari, you're watching this. What are you saying as Gil kind of sits there a bit limp in you see a bridge a little bit between their minds of psionic energy. What are you thinking?
Do I need to make a roll to you to understand what the fuck is going on?
Kind of, but it's pretty obvious because they spoke about it, but if you want to get more specific, you could try, yeah?
Alright, what roll would that be?
Insight.
It's like a tell insight. Guess who is bad at it? Yeah. 7, baby.
You don't know what the fuck's happening right now.
Big 7.
Hey yo. Let's see if I can add anything to help.
Big 7.
Big 7. I could put up a bless so that they do a little better, I guess. Bless up, and I'll heal Garok using my lay on hands.
Gilrock, inside of Rook's mind, you hear the woman continue her speech. As she takes off the surgical mask, taking the hand which is still writhing within her grasp. I can't believe the cult allowed me to do some of this to you. You thought they were your friends, didn't you? So naive. This will do beautifully. Alright. Are you ready for this next part? And by the way, Rook, you can respond as yourself as what you would say as yourself in that time if you'd like.
Honestly, I think he's just yelling out in pain.
Oh yeah, he might be. Yeah, I mean, unless he has something specific.
I am not screaming into my mic at
I didn't say.
12.
She picks up what appears to be a jar
You fucking bitch.
of silver liquid, and she'll take it and she'll say, "Now, that's no way to talk to me. After all, I'm still gonna leave you alive after this. I have to see the progress of my experiments." She opens the lid of the jar, maneuvering her face as she dumps the metal onto you. I need a whiz save, Gilrock.
A whiz save? Alright.
It's from me.
Oh, for you. Shit, my bad.
Question. Dusk.
Yes.
Do I get the benefits of Elamara or Rook's aura?
No, you're in his mind palace.
Alright. I'm just checking. That's a fat 8.
The pain and the creeping psychic malice begins to come back as you watch this tide of quicksilver liquid literally form like a blob of an ooze and migrate towards the open wounds where it fuses with Rook's flesh. You can once again feel the pain, the suffering, the sheer unadulterated horror as it begins to mold and the nanomachines invading his bloodstream in the most painful process imaginable.
I've seen the person's face, right?
You have?
Yeah, okay, cool. Just
What do you want to know about her?
No, it's just because photographic memory and all that.
Yeah, she appears to be some sort of hybrid between a human and a goblin of some sort.
Interesting. Yeah, alright.
As the metal begins to fuse with Rook's flesh, it migrates into his chest, making him more muscular, but at the same time, it's a horrific feeling. His skin crawls with the nanomachines as they form into the vague shape of a leg and a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, if they weren't compatible with you, you would have already been dead. But, unfortunately, we have to seal you away, so that's the sad part. I should have known that just because one of your fingers was part of the nanomachines, you'd be able to tolerate it, but that's such a small amount compared to what I want to see cultivated here. Hopefully I'll be able to see you again when you reemerge. Night-night. You get hit in the face with a blunt object.
Ow.
Do I get like knocked out of the memory?
Yep,
or-
you do. You get knocked back out of the door. Blown back as Valerius kind of watches you skid across the floor as you take this psychic damage.
Grind across the ground.
What did you see?
I'm gonna lie something. I'm gonna have to ask Rook if he wants you to know that first. I hope you understand that.
You could have almost died. Your temples, you're bleeding from your nose.
Is Elamara just seeing Gillar like bleeding out of his ears and shit?
Yes, she is.
Yep. She was gonna ask what the fuck was going on next, but obviously the conversation's going on. I'm not gonna interrupt.
I'm like, well, it's fine. I want to go over to, because the door was, the event, childhood, and soldier?
Leadership.
Leader? I want to go into the leadership one. Because
You
that
are-
one wasn't like dark and shit, right?
It's not dark, but as you try to get close, you are blown back by a wall of force. Not enough to hurt you, but it won't let you inside.
Does this feel similar to the whole I need to be allowed, or does this feel like something has been put?
This feels like something else.
Can I make some sort of check to see if this feels like divine, or if it feels magical, or if it feels like something else? I don't know what check that would
It
be.
is-
Like
It is divine / magical. It is both.
Okay. Rook? I'm gonna say like in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Random question. who are you devoted to?
Yeah, you feel sort of like protective shielding sort of wrap around his mind as you ask that question. Like, I imagine it almost feels like squeezing a little bit as he's like, I don't see why that's relevant.
Because I went into one door. I'll tell you about it in a bit. There's two others. One's childhood and the other one's called leadership. Do you have any memories about being a leader?
I've always been an enforcer, as far as I know. Not a leader.
Well, anyways, the leadership one appears to have a divinely natured barrier around it. So, I don't know if you can ask your goddess, if they can let me through, or if you let me know I can ask, I don't know. It's just, it's like, I'm not getting through here.
He's gonna ask Savati, and he's gonna be like, can you let him through?
No.
Why not?
You're not even supposed to be investigating that which you chose to lock off yourself.
You're telling me I chose to lock off being a leader of something?
No. I can't tell you about this, Rook. It's for your own safety. Everything in there would jeopardize the cult if he saw it.
Let me see it in that case, without him.
Can't do that.
I know it's there now.
You're asking me to put my life on the line as well.
Yeah. How is that putting your life on the line if it's only you and me seeing it? You are our highest authority. If you say no, we listen.
You don't understand what someone has. I can't go into detail. None of this is going to make sense. Yara, can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah. That I can. Perception. I'm pretty good at those. 28.
Yeah, you're getting vague flickers, but there's enough of it to start to put together an image of a tall, pallid-skinned woman of some sort. Very strange looking. You do not recognize her.
I've I note down her face in my memories, so I know what it is. But I'm like, okay, does she like appear in the place?
Yeah, she's flickering in and out of existence. Because Rook put up a protective shield so that you can't see, but that's all you're getting.
Okay. I stay seated until Rook says something. I kind of just wait on standby.
Yeah, I'm sort of having a bit of a mental stare down with my goddess, and I'm
you're about to find out something I didn't. When Gilrock and you open back up that door, you're going to see something that isn't going to be pleasant. You're not ready for what's there. When you have the ability to take care of this problem, I will make a promise to you. I will tell you then. Chris?
Yeah, like he's here. I'm here. Yeah,
Thinking.
he's sort of thinking, and he says this without really thinking about what it implies. He just says, "You're acting like what we're trying to fight, delivering half-empty promises that I know are never going to lead anywhere."
She leaves you. She doesn't respond to that.
Has the divine projection left the door as well?
No.
Okay. He sort of sits taken aback a bit, realizing what he just said. And although he's not expecting a response, he just sort of whispers quietly, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean that." And he sort of leaves the conversation. And he sort of turns to his inner mind palace again, to Gilrock, and says, "That door is not to be opened. Not at this time."
Alright. Door number 3. I go to childhood. Is that one also locked, or is that one accessible?
It is blocked by Rook's own mind.
Hey Rook. I need the passcode again. Another door to this time.
Okay. What do I roll?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Check.
Okay. Well, 18.
The door bends and cracks Gilrock, less so than the third door, allowing you inside.
I walk inside.
You get flashes of a young man living a pastoralist life in the middle of the desert. Some various events throughout his young life. His birthdays. Some important. One in particular sticks out where he falls down a shaft in the middle of some dunes, and a piece of metal fuses with his finger. The same metal that you recognized from earlier.
And like, I know I'm not in any way, shape, or form sort of proficient in this. Can I like try and look? Because he finds like a piece of metal as a kid in a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm just sort of just taking around my surrounding.
Yes.
Just looking at everything to have it all in my brain. But I want to try and see, can I sort of take note of what the metal looks like and see if I have any recollection of anything similar, like when Ty smelted down and made the arm with the antimatter rifle, if it's similar looking.
That is the closest thing to anything like this metal you have seen. But this moves as an organism would. It is living.
I see. Okay. Does anything happen after that? Does it cut?
Yes, you see a final thing shrouded in Rook's mind, but you see it through his eyes, looking upon what appears to be a man with his throat slit, as you hold him in your arms, as he reaches up, gasping his final breaths, as you beg the gods for something, and watch as a hooded figure walks away.
Okay. Do I get put back in the Mind Palace?
Yep.
I sit down and like think for a little bit, and I'm like, sort of like, okay. I'm gonna ask you, does it make sense for Gilroy to kind of put together that maybe he's not exactly worshipping the quote-unquote right pantheon, considering I asked about the god, he said that's not important. I saw a woman I don't recognize. He called out to the gods, I saw a shrouded figure.
The shrouded figure was holding the knife with blood on it, to be clear.
Okay.
But
okay.
at the end of the end of that scene where you see the person he's holding in his arms die, he curses the gods' names.
Yeah, okay. So it's reasonable that I kind of not like get the whole gist, but get the gist.
Yes,
that
you could tell this.
Believes in maybe a different pantheon, or a different deity.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So he gets back in the palace, and I'm like, Now, with sort of, I have that information in me, with the link I've established. Can I try and, with the feeling I've had with the crystals, the trauma crystals, that's mostly given me visions of other things, and since we already have the connection, try and siphon through me the memories to sort of like open the doors for him so that he gets the memories himself?
You would need to get the crystals out, so you would need to tell one of either a demon or Elmara to get the crystals. You're a Rook, because you're currently incapacitated while you're doing it.
Yeah, but like I'm not trying to use the crystals. I mean like a similar thing, as in I've experienced sort of latent memories come back. Can I try and siphon all of the information I've seen now through the mental link that we have?
You can tell him, you can relay the information, you cannot directly give him the memories. If that is what you're...
Okay.
Unless you want to try using the crystals, but that has its risks.
Okay. I'm gonna say... Am I like... black gooped now? After my entrances through the doors, or...
You look fine inside the Might Palace. Outside, Elmara, Gilrock's looking pretty sickly. He's bleeding from the ears, he's bled from the nose. Blood has come down from the corner of his eyes.
Yep. Heal. Less restoration. Keeping his body alive. That is my one sole purpose.
I'm looking fine. Okay, then I go.
Yeah, look,
okay.
it's fine. You don't
Rook?
worry about these things.
Rook, you there?
Yes.
So I've seen 2 scenes now. The one you wanted to left lock, it's left locked. I want to try something. I'm gonna forewarn you. It's gonna suck like a motherfucker. But do you want me to just tell you your memories, or try something where maybe you could get them for yourself?
I'd like to have them for myself.
Okay. Can you tell Elamara, because I don't think I can physically speak, to get the crystals out of my ask for the trauma crystals in my bag?
Elmara, grab
Yes.
the trauma crystals from Gilrock's bag.
What the fuck is a trauma crystal? As I just like kind of put them over my knee.
Crystals that induce nightmares.
They're purple. I think.
He says they're purple.
I look for purple crystals.
Gilrock, do you have any other purple crystals besides those crystals?
No.
Alright, they are easy to find, however, for you, touching them is uncomfortable even, Elmara. Something is off about these.
That's fine. I will just do as I'm told, because I think he's gonna die.
Okay.
Be fine.
Gilrock,
Right.
so what do? You try to conduit, I assume, through the trauma crystal.
Okay, so what I say is, okay, Rook, I ask him to get one like in his hands, so that he's holding one.
Yeah, I put it in my hand.
And then I say, okay, I'm gonna now tell you, just sort of like say, give a description of what I saw. As I do so, break the crystal. All right. So I relay the childhood scene first. I have like 6 of those crystals, by the way, like left. But I relay the childhood thing, and I go break it.
I snap the crystal in my hand.
Yep. Rook, you once again live through the moment your father died in your arms. tell me how it feels.
There's just tears pouring down, like, on each side of his eyes, but he's not really saying anything. He's just kind of, like, sniffing and then sort of dries the tears away from his eyes as he sits with the other crystal in his hand. He wants to get all of this unlocked and then he'll start processing.
Mm-hmm. All right. This second time, I need an intelligence check, Gilrock.
Okay. I do got advantage. Okay, so the first one's a 22. Pretty good. Second one's so I'll take the 22.
Something is trying to break in now. That the first crystal has broken something else. You sense a dark presence.
Like in the Mind Palace?
Coming to the Mind Palace, yes. Trying to break into it.
Do I...
Valerian whips his head around. What is that?
I don't know. Do I sense where it's coming from?
Just outside in the purple haze/neuron map.
Okay. I'm gonna say Valerian was standing in front of the doors.
Yes, but
And
it's flying by so quickly I can't tell what it is.
nothing good. And I stand ready to... I prepare banish. As soon as I see anything. As I'm standing here. And I say, okay, Rook.
Yeah,
Did you get that? Did you see it?
I did see it, yeah.
Something else is here. And I'm like looking around, like eyes darting around, just trying to like look everywhere to see if I spot anything.
You do spot something, a blur basically in your eyes as something darts on the horizon.
Well,
On giant gold rainbow wings.
huh. Who goes there?
No answer, but you see the vaguest hint of this glimmer. I'm gonna send it in chat so we know what we're dealing with.
Right. Look at Rook. He went from looking like Giga Chad to looking like Joel. With long hair.
Yeah. I decided on a bit more softer features, as the other picture were kind of ridiculous with the fucking long chin.
It's a double snake.
Yeah.
That
Do
so
you tell me what? Oh, go ahead.
Gilrock, that is what you see as
Oh, there.
the edge of the wings is what you see as it's flying through the sky.
Well, edge of wings means I see it. So, banish.
Alright,
Charisma save.
what's the save?
22.
Well, it didn't do anything.
Silvery barbs.
Okay,
way.
oh my god.
Yes!
Oh my god. She's banished. She got banished. Ugh.
Let's go, I'm protecting my boy. I go, Rook, I think it's a good idea if I just tell you the other memory.
Okay, tell me.
So, the medal is locked. I'm gonna be straight with you. You're in a cult. Yeah?
No, I'm not.
No.
Do I need to roll insight for that, or since I'm in his fucking head?
You're in his head. You saw the memory. She said cult, so like that's dumb.
And my passive insight is 22. So
I mean, I don't view it as a cult, so technically he's telling the truth from his perspective. It's like,
So I go,
no,
okay,
I'm not.
okay, so I go, okay, Rook, let me rephrase. Considering I just saw the memory we just saw, I saw it as well. You know, the whole I disavow all the gods thing. I'm assuming you get your magical powers from something else than the people we've sort of been chatting with, yeah? I don't want to mean to pry. I'm just because the next one's kind of related to this.
I'm listening. You're getting like massive side eye from Rook right now.
I'm getting a mental side eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on thin fucking ice, buddy.
So you were in you were a child, you got the thing. In the middle, leadership. So I don't know if you how it's structured, but you probably had a high position within your group of some sort. The last one, there was this half goblin looking, half human looking lady that sawed your leg and hand off, infused it with the same metal that you touched as a child that we both saw, said you thought the cult was your friends. They were not, as they apparently offered you up as some sort of guinea pig, and then you were sealed for I don't know how long. The last thing I remember, or you remember, is you getting knocked out by this woman after she grafted this metal to your arm and it made a new hand and leg.
One second. Oh fuck, I rolled the wrong dice. Okay. Yeah, Rook just falls over and passes out.
Gilrock, you are instantly shunted out of his mind back into your body as you are now aware of the fact that you are hemorrhaging as your hair and beard are matted with blood.
I come out and I'm like, ugh, I'm feeling a bit woozy. Elmar, help. And as I'm starting to like fall backwards.
I've been helping him the whole time.
Yeah, I know. She's been. You're not woozy. For some reason, you feel fine despite being covered. Your face is covered in blood.
I'm like, oh. I look at Olamara standing there, like, with a hand grasped on my shoulder, and I'm like, cheers. Appreciate that. So that was weird. That was very strange.
Yeah. I'll turn my attention to Rook and make sure he wakes the fuck up.
Rook is catatonic. He is not waking up.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's dead. I go,
XD.
I go, oh my god, did I kill him?
Well, he's still breathing, but as you
since you don't wake up from the magic of Elamar's lay on hands, Gil goes, oh my god, did I kill him?
Well, while Rook is retreated into his mind, you see Rook's eyes begin to blink as he stands up, kind of perplexed. What is happening?
Sunflower, don't possess Rook.
I'm not possessing him. I'm already in his brain.
Don't take control of his body, that's weird.
I shouldn't be able to anyway. Why am I able to control him? Well, kind of, sort of.
I don't know.
Why are you covered in blood as well?
Why aren't you?
Am I?
I don't know. I sort of like take a cloth and wash the blood off my face and beard.
Healer time.
And I'm like,
You person medicine? Yes, you are.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fucking.
My god, Gilrock, are you okay?
I put Rook's helmet on as Elamara went to get help. And I go, Valerian, just shut the fuck up. And I go, oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Does a 24 diagnose the issue?
I mean, I don't know what the issue is. Rook passed out. Rook can tell me what happened to Rook's consciousness.
Yo, Rook, stop fucking dying, XD.
I think he's short-circuited and has like mentally retreated into his brain from all the stuff that's just been revealed to him in like a very short amount of time.
Yep, probably.
Mood.
I think it's almost like a mental recuperation method. I don't think he's waking up until he feels ready to wake up. Basically, I think that's kind of the core of the issue. So like at the moment he's not catatonic per se because Sunflower is semi-controlling his body, but Rook is not there. Leave a message.
Yeah, Sunflower goes and pours himself a glass of wine.
He can't drink through the mask.
He's gonna try anyway, he just spills all over the carpet because he doesn't know what's going on. Oh.
Not on my fine clothes as well. Fuck.
He doesn't know what's happening.
He's like, wait, I've got flesh and blood? What the fuck?
Almari, yeah, Isco is looking at you, Gilrock, as he begins to try and wipe your face of the blood as he stares at you. What did you do? Are you coming down with Ebola or some other disease?
What the fuck?
Yeah, my man got COVID.
Yo, I told you to stay 6 feet away, dog.
Well, what, I don't remember what the colloquial name for it is, but like bleeding fever would be the colloquial name.
No, I tripped.
That doesn't make sense. You're bleeding from your eyes. Well, you were.
I tripped very hard, and I think I slipped out of bed after this whole debacle, and I was gonna go to bed again, right? And then I slipped and I like slammed my face into the side of the bed. And I think like two of the pieces, like I got 2 splinters in my eyes or something. I'm lying through my teeth, as you can hear. I don't know if you want me to roll deception.
You do need to roll deception for this.
Okay. That was almost a real bad. That was almost a 24.
He knows you're lying. He gives you a glance, but doesn't say anything else, as he'll just keep trying to clean your face. Putting a band-aid on some of the wounds. You need to be more careful then if you're tripping and falling that often. We're supposed to leave in 24 hours.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Cisco. I'll be more careful.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am too.
Is there anything else? Ariana, did you figure out what's... As they look at Rook, who just dumped wine all over himself, what's wrong with him?
She explains to the best of her ability what the fuck is wrong with him. Brain stuff.
Did he have a stroke or something? I am doing right okay. I promise you.
He, by accident, took some of my drugs.
What drugs? She says that she conjures up a, Wait, does Lesser Restoration cure poison?
It does. Lesser Restoration does.
Cool. Yep, Lesser Restoration.
Valerian looks to you, Gilrock, through the mask, like...
Yeah, as this happens, I mentally say to Valerian, just shut the fuck up, Rook doesn't speak, he signs.
I don't know sign language.
Yeah, you do, you're in his fucking head, I mentally explain him how to move his hands, because I know sign language, I'm just like, just say to me what you want to say.
Okay.
I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, they begin. He goes, I am A-okay. We are all good here.
Whoa, his hands are spazzing. Slap him with the Lesser Restoration.
I think he's acquired Parkinson's.
He stroked so bad, he got Parkinson's.
Why does Palmithis talk like she's Steve Irwin?
Who knows?
This is a serious moment.
Of identity.
Anything. Serious.
This little fella runs 15 miles an hour. Fuck's sake.
Cool.
All right.
All right, gonna hit him with the lesser restoration. Gonna hit the boy with the greater restoration. Where the fuck is it? And if that doesn't get him up, she's gonna hit him with the heal.
I mean, he looks normal. I mean, it's just his behavior that's a bit off, as he'll kind of like look to Gilrock and then back at Palmethus.
I am fine.
I am doing great. Signs.
He says he's doing great. Whatever that means. All right, buddy. Well, we gotta go through the go through the runner. Can you look into my stares at your 4 eyes? Can you move your eyes to follow my fingers?
Yeah, his eyes have taken off on a strange yellow color.
She's gonna be this refrigerator.
He's got 2 red eyes painted on his helmet now, and now he has 2 like piss yellow eyes as well.
Mm-hmm. Wait, are those 2 red eyes fake?
Yeah, the top ones are fake.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, she would recognize this. So yeah, should go through the physician 101. Make sure that that you know your body's responding to stimulations of all sorts, including she just like put you on, sit you on the table, kind of ticker glaive and just boop you on the knee, shit like that.
Yep, he passes all the physical exams.
Ooh, all right. I hereby diagnose you as alive. Slaps on shoulder.
I think perhaps he just needs some rest. Maybe the strange is from... Did he also fall Gilrock?
Yes. That's what all the noise earlier was.
We apologize for the situation. Oh no, it's not that big of a deal. As long as a good old Rook here is alive, and Gilrock, you look like you've been seen better days, but I'm going to assume that you're good.
I'm fully chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Yes.
All right.
I said I spurred a nosebleed suddenly.
Alright, well,
Violently bleed from my ears.
get rest. We're going to need to leave at that time you scheduled tomorrow. Laren will have the teleportation spell ready.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
We go bed.
I look forward to our adventure. By that I mean whenever we reconvene after you guys separate and go do your secret stuff.
Thumbs up.
Oh, right. And she's gonna take out a water skin and hand it to you, Rook. Lots of water. And points at you, Gilrock. No more drugs. Drugs are bad. Didn't you listen to
They're
Darren when you were a kid?
so fun.
Very weird.
Yep, she stops, runs over, hands you a DARE sticker and a pamphlet. Drug Abuse Resistance Education. You need to know what you're putting in your body. And then walks away.
I look at her like, this is actually very informative.
I like the coloring book section with all the dinosaurs.
I eat the paper.
Why'd you eat it?
Anyway,
This is why Rook almost died.
No, he's not dead. He just fucking passed out because he couldn't handle the truth.
if he was dead, I would be dead as well.
Exactly.
Is that mental connection still there for LMR?
Who?
What else?
For LMR. The mental connection to not Sunflower.
To Rook or to me?
No, to Sunflower.
I mean, nah, I cut it when we got
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, just making sure.
That creature that was flying around in his head earlier, that was very strange. I am glad, though, to be able to walk outside for a little bit. Not that this is a good situation, but... What is a Debin thinking? He's just been sitting over there this whole time.
Devin is stressed out. he was awoken out of his bed to help with something, and then he saw a guy start bleeding out of his ears. He's very intrigued, but he does, after all, have a tattoo to prevent any of this sort of thing happening to him. So he's like, I'm gonna hide behind my bed and hope they don't come talk to me about this, because he doesn't want to get involved.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
normal
still
people do normal
shocked that
things.
some of these things are real. Devils?
What thing?
It seems so strange. Takes a book off the shelf. Begins to flip
I
through it.
mean, didn't devils exist before?
I
don't know
don't.
how fucking old you are, dude.
I mean, not in any sense that you'd understand. They were purely mythological, at least as we understood them.
What do you say?
Purely mythological, as at least as we understood them. Also, can you hit the music, please, Chris?
I go, well, I mean, I sort of like semblance to myself, and I go, plenty real.
Well, clearly, I can see your friend there is a real person now and not just a delusion of a schizophrenic mind.
Yeah. And also, a lot of things are real, and you'd be surprised of the things you can find out. Like me, didn't know I learned not too long ago what a vacuum was.
Are you a genetic modification? Did they, make you in a lab?
What's a lab?
A laboratory?
Ah, no.
Oh. Strange. How are you part goat, then?
You see, when one satyr loves another satyr very much, they get together and they fuck, and then a little baby goat comes out, baby goat man. I don't know particularly how my race came to existence. It's very, very long ago, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure we were created by by Hyana, the god, because we kind of look like him, or the form he chooses to take.
Interesting. Well, there's much, it appears, that I need to try to figure out how to get Rook back out here. That's my primary objective. But I'm also going to go and get some food first, because I haven't eaten in 120,000 years.
Okay, remember, Rook doesn't show his face.
There's so many rules. Oh, thank you, whoever followed. Thank you very much, Jester. Continue, Gilrock.
He doesn't show his face, so don't do that. So when he eats, he usually goes by himself, and he just kind of lifts the mask up.
So many rules. Very strange. Alright, I'll do my best. Do you say anything before he leaves, or do you just let him go?
Just let him go.
Okay. What do you do now, Gilrock?
I go to bed, bro. I'm tired.
Alright, you go to bed.
Blood out of my ears and my nose.
Rook,
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, god.
Rook, what's going on with you inside?
Panic attack.
Okay.
Just straight up having a panic attack. He's like hyperventilating into a fictional bag. He's like, as he's just sort of, processing everything that he's been told.
Where is he doing this?
Yeah, in his mind palace. So, even while my body is walking to get food, the inside of me is just going. Yeah, he's like really hyperventilating.
Does he feel anger towards that woman? What does he feel about that?
He definitely feels like a mixture of anger and confusion and also like bitterness in a way, as he's kind of confused as to why these memories have been kept secret from him up until now. Like this, he doesn't remember agreeing to keep these memories secret. Like he remembers agreeing to keep something secret in relation to what Sarvati provided to him.
And probably the cult is a lie.
Yeah.
Butchered and everything is probably like his whole worldview is a little bit fucked.
Well, the cult isn't a lie. It's she specified the other cult members, not the goddess. By the way, I just
yeah, but like again, like he said earlier,
yeah,
she's the highest authority. He probably wonder. I mean, I'm spitballing there for you, Chris, but like he probably wonder, how didn't she know? And in any case, why didn't she tell him?
Yeah, why didn't she intervene either?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now that's actually making her look more like, you know, the gods that he's trying to fight. People like the uncaring and unforgiving in a way. Do you get what I mean?
they're all spiritual beings, man. They're all gonna have agendas. They are like you in that respect.
They're all spiritual beings, man. They're all part of the cosmos.
True.
Alright. And with that final comment, I'm not gonna lie, I've got a skedaddle.
Alright, well then we're ending there with not Rook cooking something over the fire as we wait for actual Rook to stop being catatonic.
As soon as Rook stops having his internal panic attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't do external, I only do internal.
Rook's a strong Sigma male. He never shows how he feels on the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Actual Sigma male.
Outside, he's like completely composed. Inside, he's just.
I mean, that's a reasonable response to what he just found out.
Oh my! Have any of you seen the meme of that guy being like, "Oh my god, I almost died."
Yeah.
It's so scary. I feel like that's Rook right now.
Before we go, though, as we're winding down, before we sign off, we cut flash over to another laboratory deep in the heart of the Western continent, where a older-looking woman with the same half-goblinoid face, part of it shielded behind what appears to be a mask with burn scars along the right side, receives a message from a scrying eye as she taps her visor, lifting it up, dropping the torso which she was cutting into, and a wicked smile appears on her face. That's where we're gonna end today's session. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the artists who make Nightmares Incarnate: Conspiracy of Demons possible, including Caribou, Principles 1212, Ivan Dudar, amongst many like there's all sorts. Go check out Garyoth on Fiverr. They're all on Fiverr. Caribou will be making our new poster. It's coming soon. Farron and Dant Moss just got made. So you'll be seeing that shortly, and we want to say thank you to all the cast members. Please go check out Rob on startplayinggames.com. He runs a lot of great games. You should watch them. And if you haven't, there's also the series on my channel of me playing Baldur's Gate 3 as Abram. It's been quite a ride, quite a wild ride. So check that out if you have time. And with that, goodbye.
It's very fun.
Yes.
Abram's a little slutty.
Oh
but
my
it's very
god.
fun.
Hey yo.
He literally did not do anything. He just kissed Will. Oh my god. You sound like Withers. Anyway,
Yeah.
goodbye.
You slut, you know you're dumb bad.
The
Bye.
skeleton slut shames you. You know something's wrong.
Bye.